Time again, just when you thought it was a wrap. For last-minute outdoor gifts for everyone on your list, close out the hunt at Cabela's Christmas sale. Shop in-store and shop online at Cabela's.com. 5:08. We'll have a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
It's one of the hottest gifts this Christmas season. We're talking about Alexa from Amazon. Maybe you already have yours, or maybe you're hoping Santa will bring you one for Christmas. Either way, whenever you want to listen to AM 560 The Answer on your Alexa device, it's easy. All you have to say is, Alexa, play The Answer, Chicago. That's it. And it works on all Alexa devices, the Echo Dot, and Amazon Show. So now, Alexa will really have all the answers you need. Illinois deserves an honest analysis of the problems facing our state. Avoid the spin from the mainstream media and Springfield insiders by tuning in to Illinois Rising every Sunday at 3 p.m. AM 560's Dan Proft and the Illinois Policy Institute tackle the policy and political issues that matter most and discuss possible solutions. So if you're sick of the status quo, then be sure to listen to Illinois Rising this Sunday at 3 p.m. on AM 560. The Answer.
If you still haven't bought all your Christmas gifts, here's what I recommend. Buy some MyPillows and keep one for yourself. The MyPillow buy one, get one free offer is going on now just in time for Christmas. I urge you to go online or call now and take advantage by using the promo code Amy. You'll get the absolute best deal available. I personally love MyPillows. I get a great night's sleep by moving the fill to give me the support I need regardless if I sleep on my back or stomach. And I never wake up with a stiff neck or headache. They're made in America. You can wash them and dry them. They're hypoallergenic, plus have a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Plus, you're supporting a company that gives back. So get your buy one, get one free MyPillows as gifts and keep one for yourself by calling 800-489-0201. Use the promo code Amy or visit MyPillow.com. That's 800-489-0201. Promo code Amy.
Highland Park Ford Lincoln's in the house. Here's Alan Marty.
For 30 years, we've been making people happy with incredible deals and service.
We're the best Ford Lincoln dealers in town.
Because making people happy makes us happy.
No doubt. This is one happy place.
Heck, we just break into dance all the time.
We don't break into dance at the dealership.
Sure we do.
No, we really don't.
We could. Come on, Marty, dance with me.
The Highland Park Ford Lincoln Superstore. Call 1-800-984-9000 or go to alanmarty.com.
Admit it.
Okay, you're a lovely dancer.
Thank you. This is Alan Marty. Deal with us.
5:10. Let's get an update on the early morning roads. We do that, of course, in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center and get the very latest with Jim Talamonte. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Mike. It would take me a long time to make 18 three-pointers like the Bulldogs did last night.
Yes, true.
Poor Leathernecks made only one. So, meanwhile, checking the roads, things are looking pretty good on the expressways and tollways. There was a lot of overnight construction, getting that done before the holidays here. Kennedy Express Lane should be flipping inbound shortly. The work at the Burns Circle affecting ramps from the Eisenhower to Kennedy, that has all cleared. Things look pretty good there. It's a busy travel day at the airports. Right now, the flight boards at O'Hare and Midway show very few delays. A couple of airports reporting delays are Memphis, where there's some rain, and Vancouver. But otherwise, air travel early this morning, at least, is looking pretty good. Again, plenty of time. The airports will be busy. Traffic at the service of Chevrolet. This holiday season, Chevy invites you to become part of the family. The Chevy employee discount for everyone. You pay what they pay, not a cent more. Visit ChevroletEmployeeDiscount.com. Vehicle eligibility and details. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560. The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer is next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Areas of morning fog and spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy skies throughout the day and night. High 40, low 26. Thick cloud cover for the morning tomorrow with clouds and sun for the afternoon. High 34. Partly cloudy at night. Low 20. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560. The Answer.
Currently 37 at O'Hare, 35 along the lakefront. South of I-80 this morning, there are reports of drizzle. We'll keep our eye on that and some fog in the far western suburbs. Next news, 5:30, Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy starts now with Bruce Wolf sitting in with us again this morning on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Health Quest Radio with Dr. David Kolbaba. Health Quest Radio is heard Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock here on AM 560, The Answer.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Let me hear you. Oh, you love doing that. You love the snare drum and the snare drum and the bass. Give it that. Good morning, and it's kind of a sad way. Oh, no, Justin. Oh, no, that is not going to happen. Justin, I'm not kidding. I get migraines. Thank you. Oh, he has a light string around. I know he's very festive. He has a Take Me Gnome tonight. It's Christmas sweater on, but
and he's got a string of lights around.
Yeah, but he had him on flashing, and that's not going to jive for 4 hours.
So that's like watching Mary Hart's leg. It makes you go crazy.
Yeah, right? I'm like, oh, incoming. But we have some sad news this morning. Dick Ember has died.
Who's Dick Ember? The announcer.
The announcer.
Yeah. He's dead at the age of 82. His signature line, of course, was "Oh my."
Yeah, he's from the Midwest, and
you know he covered everything from the Detroit Lions to the Detroit Tigers to that Super Bowl victory of the Chicago Bears.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my! See,
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
I see what you kids were doing when I was late this morning, putting that together.
He was actually in The Wizard of Oz, and he's
Oh,
saying,
really?
if I only had a decent sports jacket.
Oh.
Because he
I
wore
know, but
these
he was-
branded sports jackets with the gauche colors and everything.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's what I loved about him.
Sure.
So, did you hear how he died? It is the saddest story. So,
Oh,
his
no.
family was in Boston. He lived in California. This is last night.
Yeah.
Packs all his bag, is waiting for a driver to pick him up to go to the airport to take him to Boston, and he dropped out of a heart attack.
Oh.
So, his bags were packed, and he was ready to
All my
go.
bags are all my bags
not
are packed.
kidding.
I'm ready to go to my eternal reward.
Yeah, so he packed simply. They said it was one suitcase. I didn't even have the chills telling the story.
You don't even need a suitcase to where he's going.
No, you don't.
No.
But just like end your life with things in one bag.
Be careful. This is how I've gotten into trouble over the years on the radio.
Why?
I always am too soon. I'm Mr. Too Soon for everything in my life, by the way. I'm getting a little personal here, but I'm too I'm too soon. Like when Faye Flynn died.
Yes.
I made fun of that on the air. Greg
Why would you
Saul-
make fun of Faye Flynn? We were
because he
just talking
sucked.
about him last week.
He sucked.
No, he
That's
would
why.
fall asleep during commercials. He was old. He was great in his prime.
No,
he's the reason I got into broadcasting was Faye Flynn. I wrote him a letter when I was a kid, and he sent me back a little picture.
How do you do, Amy Jacobson?
Well, I love the bow tie. I'm like, look how
They
sweet
called him
he
the
is.
throat in the business.
What's the throat
Because
mean?
he just was a reader. You know, Harold Washington, when Faye Flynn died, they did a special on Faye Flynn. And Harold Washington was the mayor at the time. And he said, Faye was he was a gentleman. He was, when he wasn't like these other reporters who, when they'd ask a question, then they'd follow it up with another question. In other words, he didn't do anything.
Don't sully my image of Faye Flynn, please.
See, I'm telling you, and I got in trouble for that. When Bob Collins died,
yeah.
the next morning.
Oh, what do you say? He should have learned how to fly a plane?
No, the next morning, it was like Darlene Hill, whom I love. I'm on Channel 32, and this Mike Pomerantz. They're both talking about Uncle Bobby, whom I know they never heard of before he died. And I just calmly said, aren't we? I understand he died, and it's a terrible thing. But at some point, are we going to be able to say that he was a horrible broadcaster? And I got called in over that.
Why would you say that?
When Bill Wirtz died?
Yeah.
And remind you, when Bill Wirtz died, his son Rocky, before he threw the first shovel of dirt on the grave, said, "We're going to televise the home games. We're going to." So
now that Dad's dead, times have
I know, but
changed, and he changed the whole Blackhawks the way we view them and love
totally, and
them.
it's beautiful. We got all these Stanley Cups as a result. But if his own son was going to do that, I had to say something. So I tried. I was on Channel 5 at the time.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
And I just tried to, weave in a little bit of a critique while, it was a sad time. Well, I did it on the 5 o'clock news on Channel 5, and I did it on the 10, and after the 10, Allison Rosati comes up to me. There's one little light, studio light left on, bathing us in the moonlight of the studio light. She takes my hand and says, "Bruce, the man just died.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I better not get on
Allison, I
her
love
bad
Allison.
side. I do too. But, so I get into trouble for things like
So Dick Ember, that whole
Emberg. There's a
Emberg.
G.
Why am I saying
that. Ember, because there's an Ember alert.
There's an Ember.
And he's not here. Yes.
Oh, my! Martin, touchdown!
He did the Super Bowl 20.
8 Super Bowls.
Well, but he did the Bears Super
I know,
Bowl,
the
and you know
Super
what?
Bowl, the one that only matters.
I didn't see that because I was there, and so I didn't see Dick Enberg call.
And a bunch, the Wimbledon, he did UCLA. He was the voice of the Bruins. But the reason why he came up with the "Oh my" was his Michigan roots or Midwestern roots.
No, Michigan roots.
He'd say
Don't give him to the Midwest.
He said
he is a Central Michigan University graduate.
Oh, he went to CMU.
Okay.
He is a Chippewa.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Chippewas. I've been there. But he said that he would go to the market and people would say, "Oh, did you hear what happened to the Thompsons? Oh my! Oh, did you see the high school game? Oh my!" So then he said that's how he got his signature phrase. Oh my! Were you ever? No, hold on. Let me talk to Mike Scott. He's a Michigander.
Right.
I'm a Michiganian. I'm not a goose.
A Michiganian. Oh, wow. Somebody's a little.
I'm a little
hot
spicy
today.
this morning.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to be here.
I know you weren't supposed to. I got a memo saying you weren't supposed to be here, but now you're here.
Yeah,
What's
you
going
brought
on?
the cookies in yesterday.
Yeah,
that was your climax.
Don't get me started. Don't
Mike
get me
Scott
wound up.
is salty. Coming up on AM 560. Why?
The investigation.
Is Mike Scott salty? No, what? Why are you? Why are you here? I feel so bad.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not a discussion for air.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh my!
It's all right.
Oh, I can't
so
wait
here,
to see
Dick
you in
Enberg's signature was "Oh my."
kitchen room.
Listen to me, please. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I
excuse me.
have boom shakalaka ding dong diddly dinger quadruple, and it might be. I think therefore it is a home run, and that's just for home runs.
That's what you have.
I should have been a minimalist like Dick Enberg and said, "Oh my." And if I were doing sports on Channel 5 right now, today, I would have shown his "Oh my" and then all of my different signature phrases plus the Greek mythology.
Maybe that's why you're not
references.
working at Channel 5.
Exactly. That's why I'm not on Channel 5.
Well, when he took the Padres job in 2012,
oh my,
they thought he was too much of a homer, so they asked him to dial it back.
Oh.
And it's one of the reasons why a couple of years later they ended up going their separate ways.
And I want to weave Mike into here because he shouldn't be here. So if he shouldn't be here, we
he's
should have
from
some fun.
Michigan. He's a
Mike,
Michiganian.
do you remember the Sports Challenge, the TV show that
Yes.
Dick Enberg? It was a sports quiz show, Amy, that they had with Dick Enberg, and it was really neat because they'd have professional athletes as contestants. Like I remember seeing Bobby Hull and Stan Mikita, and I forgot which other player from the Blackhawks was on. And they would ask them trivia questions, and invariably the athletes would not know any of the answers because they're not nerds. They're players.
They're players.
They don't care about this stuff. Bobby Hull didn't even know his own uniform number.
That's not true.
He had so many of them.
Speaking of quizzes, we're going to take the Christmas trivia quiz because somebody at the company party was a big winner yesterday. I don't know, some blonde in the room.
It's like a hot, steaming cup of information to start your day. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Coming up, and Bruce Wolf has his first Catholic Christmas.
Yes. Can't wait.
But
for
first,
it.
here's the forecast.
Today,
oh my gosh.
areas of fog this morning with spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy, high of 40. Oh, my. Tonight, cloudy, low of 26. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, times of cloud and sun in the afternoon. High of 34, low tomorrow night, 20. Oh, my. Sunday, Christmas Eve, cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries, high of 29, low Sunday night, 22. Monday, Christmas, breezy and cold with intervals of clouds and sun, high of 29, low Monday night, 10. Now for a check of traffic, here's Jim Delamonte.
Thank you, Bruce. Good morning. Good morning, Amy. CTA Red Line trains are back on schedule. There was some police activity around Berwyn Station. Metro has an early getaway schedule again today. All lines except the Heritage Quarter have more trains leaving downtown early this afternoon, fewer later. Expressways look good right now. No delays to report. Earlier this morning, actually last night in Rensselaer, there was a major train derailment. About 16 cars or so derailed, and that had some roads blocked off. But 231 is open again in that area after that scene, at least in terms of the roads, that scene's been cleared. Again, Chicago Expressways and tollways right now are all good, and we see virtually no flight delays at O'Hare and Midway. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
You don't want to miss the show about the good life. Certified sommeliers Rob Lehner and James Crooker invite you to relax, grab a glass, and taste along as you explore the wonderful world of wine. Rob and James bring knowledge and passion to the sometimes mysterious subject of wine. Listen every Saturday night at 10 for Wine Time Radio. Sponsored in part by Let Us Entertain You Restaurants and Sal's Beverage World. Wine Time Radio. Saturday night at 10 on AM 560. The Answer.
When weather hits, the right wiper blades make all the difference. That's when the Michelin Man is on your side, helping you see better and drive safer with new Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. Designed with exclusive SmartFlex technology or frameless beam design, Michelin blades flex to the curve of your windshield, giving you unparalleled, streak-free, long-lasting, all-season performance. So when the going gets tough, be ready with Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. It's a difference you can see. Available at Walmart and other fine retailers.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. In 2018, the GOP's continued standing as the majority party will turn on the participation of culturally anxious voters, the people who appreciate the distinctions between liberty and libertinism, the people who understand the implications of erasing the lines between decency and indecency, the people who are respectful of the time, money, and lives of others, the people who recognize identity politics for the cultural poison that it is, the people who still talk of men and women without the cisgender modifier, the people whose lives are defined by the love of family and friends, not the popularity of a hashtag campaign. The people who will listen to rather than shout down an opposing viewpoint. The people who see things for what they are rather than redefine them through a distorted political lens. The people who believe in being their brother's keeper but don't believe they should be forced to be a sugar daddy. It won't be a single issue. It's not going to be a question of one accomplishment or one failure. It'll turn on whether or not Republicans let cultural Marxists run roughshod over people in their offices, their churches, and their kids' schools. The GOP's majority status will turn on its ability to serve as political Xanax to the culturally anxious.
Tasty Catering invites you to come together this holiday season and celebrate with great food and great company.
Since 1989, Tasty Catering has been planning memorable holiday office parties all over Chicagoland and bringing your team together this year in the spirit of the season.
Their delicious holiday menu at tastycatering.com features all the amazing appetizers and entrees, savory side dishes, and decadent desserts that you'll need for the ideal holiday office party.
From elegant plated dinners to casual company buffets and festive cocktail hours.
Stop by their Elk Grove Village Kitchen and meet their award-winning catering family and sample some of their new and classic holiday menu dishes.
The experienced holiday events team is ready to take you step by step through the planning process, simply and stress-free.
Don't delay. Call Tasty Catering at 847-593-2000 or view the holiday menu online at tastycatering.com.
That's 847-593-2000. tastycatering.com. Holidays. Gather, eat, and enjoy together.
Squirrely is a hard-working squirrel that enjoys life to the fullest, eager to take on new challenges and experiences alongside Starlet, his soulmate, and the love of his life. Read Squirrely the Squirrel and Starlet and see the world through the eyes of a newborn squirrel. You'll delight in the antics of Squirrely, Starlet, and their little family. A heartwarming adventure that teaches family values. Beautifully illustrated, a great story time read. Squirrely the Squirrel and Starlet from Larry Friend. Available now at litfirepublishing.com. You will fall in love with Icy the Iceberg, the new, highly original children's book from Larry Friend. Follow Icy on his incredible journey, beginning his life as a sparkling snowflake and emerging as a beautiful blue floating iceberg. Icy the Iceberg is a joy for parents and kids alike. Experience together the fun creatures Icy encounters along his journey from snowflake to iceberg and back to snowflake. Kids will learn the complexities of the water cycle in a way they'll really enjoy. Icy the Iceberg, available now at litfirepublishing.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
'Tis the season. We are going to be singing our annual Christmas duet at 8:45, or maybe now, of the
year.
ding dong. I'm a ding dong.
There'll be ding 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 da 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 lee dee dee da 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 ding 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 ding.
Cheer. It's the hap.
Oh my.
To ruin everything, Bruce. Food for the poor. We reached our goal. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I'm at medieval times. We reached our goal to feed 3,000 kids, and actually, we exceeded our goal. We're kind of show-offs here at Salem Radio. We had a goal of feeding 3,000. We actually are feeding 3,400 kids. Yesterday was 3,200. Now we have more donations. 3,400 today. And we want to thank our business benefactors, places like Fathom Media, Mike McCaddy and Associates at Century 21 Affiliated, the law firm of Spiegel Cahill, Archer Tax and Accounting, just to name a few. And really, when you hear their commercials in the coming weeks, the coming months, buy their products, support them as a way of saying thanks for their generosity. And we still are taking individual donations. Go to 560theanswer.com/food or call 844-862-4673. And again, thank you so much to all of our listeners for brightening the lives of kids in Haiti, Guatemala, people in Puerto Rico. You helped buy generators, portable generators for people in Puerto Rico, especially during the Christmas time. I mean, the majority of people on that island are still without power, and they're not people, they're fellow Americans. Bruce?
Will medieval times be able to survive during these sex abuse scandalized times? Because you won't be able to squeeze a winch.
Actually,
I
the new
wonder-
Medieval Times skit has a queen for the first time. So who's squeezing who there, Brucey Bruce?
So it's like a Cersei.
First time ever.
Is like a Cersei walk of shame for 4 minutes and
No,
58
there's no
seconds?
walk of shame. She's in charge.
She's in charge.
Oh, she's
and
in
if
charge.
she heard a
Oh,
comment
yeah.
like that coming out of your mouth,
Right, off
she
with
might
my
be,
head.
yeah, off with his head. Right now. So, kids.
I see this. This is you're moonlighting at
Yes.
medieval times.
Coming up next, Dan always says that there's no such thing as a sex addiction. Well, Daryl Strawberry has a serious sex addiction. Did you see his
It's the
interview with
best
Dr.
kind.
Oz?
It's the best kind. I never heard of a manifestation in this regard. Louis C.K. would be envious.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
That, and then also government shutdown avoided, and Bruce Wolf is having a Catholic Christmas.
Yes.
We'll explain. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Amy and Bruce, 38 in clouds right now. And a lot of Americans, not Chicago right now, will be getting a white Christmas. Forecasters say the winter storm spreading snow from the central Rockies across the plains and Midwest into the Northeast today. New England, New York could see over 6 inches of snow by Saturday night. As Amy and Bruce have told you, the Senate is following the House's lead in passing a short-term spending bill to avoid a government shutdown this weekend.
The yeas are 231, the nays are 188. The motion is adopted.
And New Jersey Republican Rodney Frelinghuyser says work continues on a long-term budget deal for January.
In the meantime, it's essential that Congress maintain government programs and services for our nation's stability, the stability of our economy, and for the security and well-being of the American people.
Several Democrats in the House and Senate voted for that continuing resolution. Vice President Mike Pence paying a surprise visit to U.S. troops in Afghanistan.
We're restoring the arsenal of democracy. And we are once again giving our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guard the resources and training you need to accomplish your mission and come home safe.
Pence at Bagram Air Base yesterday. The sports world mourning the loss of Hall of Fame broadcaster Dick Enberg. Spoke earlier this year about his retirement from calling Padres games.
I couldn't have scripted the culmination of this privileged career any better.
Family members say he passed away Thursday at the age of 82 at his home in La Jolla, California. Heart attack believed to be the cause of death, but not confirmed. Southern California's monstrous Thomas Fire is now 65% contained. Fire has tore through more than 272,000 acres in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. If it burns through another 650 acres, it will be the biggest wildfire in California history. The widow of the Pulse nightclub killer could take the stand in Orlando, Florida today. Noor Salman is charged with aiding a foreign terrorist organization and obstructing justice for allegedly assisting her husband in the attack that killed 49. Here in Chicago, 2 are dead as a result of gun violence. Chicago police say one man was found shot to death in the Lawndale neighborhood around noontime, while later a 45-year-old man was shot and killed after a vehicle crashed into a tree in the Inglewood neighborhood. Illinois is very likely losing 1 seat in Congress after the 2020 census, but there are new fears the state could actually lose 2. The latest census numbers show Illinois lost over 33,000 people since July of last year, dropping Illinois to the 6th largest state in population. Illinois right now has 18 members of Congress. The state had 20 members of Congress back in 2000. LeBron James and the Cavaliers had to fight to put an end to the Bulls' 7-game win streak. LeBron winning 115-112, putting 34 up on the Bulls. Lauri Markkanen had a team-high 25. The Celtics are next. Stars dumped the Blackhawks 4-0 in Dallas. Local college hoops last night. Notre Dame beat Southeast Louisiana. DePaul took down Miami of Ohio. Here on AM 560, Northern Illinois, our Huskies handled UIC. Western Illinois, no match for Butler, 107-46. Bulldogs with a win. The news, a service of the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. Visit the Cayman Islands on Cayman Airways, less than a 4-hour nonstop flight from Chicago. Award-winning beaches, diving, a world of cuisine awaits. Book your nonstop flight at CaymanAirways.com. 5:33, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Mike Gallagher warns of impeachment.
Of course, after the Alabama election, they are very cocky. They pray they're going to get control of the House and the Senate so they can begin impeaching the President of the United States. They're going to impeach him because they don't like it.
There's nothing he's done.
Will the Republicans make any change to anticipate this looming storm on the horizon?
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
For last-minute outdoor gifts for everyone on your list, close out the hunt at Cabela's Christmas sale. Shop in-store and online at Cabela's.com.
The number one fear amongst retirees today is running out of money in retirement. And that's with good reason, because the last thing you want to be is 75 years old, full of life, and flat broke. Hi, this is Tom Fortino, host of the Alpha Wealth Hour, heard every Saturday at 9 a.m. here on AM 560. Today, we're living longer than ever before, so your retirement savings has to last 2, 3, even 4 decades. So how do you safely generate more income in retirement without risking everything you've worked for in the stock market? And what can you do to help ensure you never run out of money in retirement? The answer's in our free retirement income planning packet. It's packed full of little-known strategies on how to generate income in retirement, getting the most from Social Security, minimize taxes, and reduce the risk of outliving your income. You don't need to take unnecessary risks to generate income in retirement, and I'll prove it to you. You have a lot more options to generate income in retirement. You just didn't know they existed until now. Call the Alpha Wealth Group, 630-519-4742, right now to receive your free report. That's 630-519-4742.
Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Wealth Advisors, Inc.
5:35. Let's get an update on the early morning roads. Not a bad start to the Getaway Friday in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim Talamonte. We'll get back to Jim in just a moment. Chicago's Morning Answer does continue next with your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Areas of fog in area, spotty drizzle right now south of I-80. According to our AccuWeather meteorologist, otherwise cloudy, low of a high of 43 and a low of 26 overnight. Cloudy tomorrow in the morning, then clouds and sun in the afternoon, 35. Sunday, flurries and 30. Let's get an update on the roads now. Jim is with us at 5:36 this morning.
Thank you, Mike. There is on the inbound Edens at Niles Center Road an abandoned semi-trailer on the right shoulder, not causing any delays. Traffic volume is very light as we are off to a pretty quiet start for the most part. Most overnight road work is gone. Inbound Eisenhower at Costner just had a crash reported. Inbound Ryan, a little heavy Cermak into the circle. About a 3-minute delay. Outbound, there is road work 87th to split till 6 this morning in the 3 left lanes. Elsewhere, though, the roads right now are clear. We see very, very few flight delays at Chicago's airports. Traffic service at Cabela's. It's that time again, just when you thought it was a wrap, for last-minute outdoor gifts for everyone on your list. Close out the hunt at Cabela's Christmas sale. Shop in-store and online at Cabela's.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560. The Answer.
37 at O'Hare, 35 along the lakefront. Next news at 6. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next with our friend Bruce Wolf sitting in with us this morning. Again on AM 560. The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Empowered Investing, the show dedicated to investors. Heard Saturdays at noon right here on AM 560, The Answer.
If you're talking about it, I'll be talking about it. Dennis Prager here. Join me this morning at 11, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
We'll be saying that all day today because of Dick Enberg passing away. He had a heart attack in his house while he's waiting for a driver to take him from his house to airport to go to Boston to see his family. Just awful.
He was in The Wizard of Oz. Did Did you know that?
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
Can you get the "If I Only Had a Good Sports Jacket"? That's the
Oh,
melody
but
there?
that was his
Yeah.
signature. That's what made him him. Moving on, I said, "Oh my!" when I heard this morning that you are going to you're going to have a Catholic Christmas this year.
Yes.
Is there a conversion I don't know about? I thought I was going to be the godmother.
Little conversion
on?
therapy here. No, it's on Sunday.
Sunday.
We're going up to the Milwaukee area, and it's my daughter's husband's parents, and we're going up
So
there.
your
And I like
daughter's
them.
in-laws,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how that
That's
works.
how that works.
I took the Sedens estates and trusts and wills, and you'd think I know all those.
And as you know,
family
Sunday is
trees.
Christmas Eve.
Okay,
Okay.
got that straight.
All right.
And so,
Just
what
trying to
should
help
I
you out.
expect? Somebody told me.
Prayer.
The mom. What would I call her? She's my in-law. Yeah.
Yeah, the in-laws.
She said, "Are you ready for poisoned eggnog?" So, what does that mean?
Oh, have you ever had eggnog?
I've had eggnog, sure.
Well, poison eggnog means it's
Little
spiked.
spiked,
Yeah,
yeah.
a little. But after your Mai Tai story yesterday,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have
I
eggnog.
can't handle a lot, and I got to drive home from Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, no. You shouldn't have any. You may just make sure it's like a kitty cocktail eggnog, okay?
Sure, with an umbrella in it.
Yeah, just no no alcohol in it.
Hola!
Or else you could start sounding like Dad.
And what else should I
Well,
expect?
they're probably going to pray. You might have to go to church service at midnight.
I don't think that's. I've been to Catholic ceremonies, and
The look on your face, like it's.
I've been to church. I've been to
Yeah.
Catholic church, and you always feel uncomfortable because when they ask
Why?
everybody to go up for the sacrament,
Well,
and
Catholics, you're right.
you don't.
Well, you
I
can
mean,
go up
I
for a
don't.
blessing.
No, I don't. No, I don't go up for.
Oh,
a
I
blessing in the
do. I
Catholic
put my
church.
hands like this and I say really snottily to the priest, "I'm Episcopalian." Because in the Episcopal Church, we let everyone and anyone come to the
I
table
thought
for the
everybody
sacrament.
was supposed to be gay in the Episcopal Church. Yeah,
Bruce,
no. Okay.
stop
the
it.
Anglican, as we call
Well,
it.
I'm saying even if Jewish people, Muslims, anybody can come to the table
Sure.
in the house of God and have sacrament.
Yeah, well,
And
we
then the
don't.
Catholic Church, you
Do you
can't
know
do.
that Bill Cosby once got into trouble for a routine? He was hosting the Tonight Show. This is
Yeah.
way before he got into trouble. Oh yeah, with the pudding pops and everything. No, what he got into trouble. He did a routine. He was talking about that his wife was Catholic, and they give you these crackers, and they don't taste so good, and everything. That's a big deal. That's the body of Christ.
Did he really say
Oh
that?
yeah. He made fun of it.
That's
he made fun of the
fantastic.
host.
So yeah, you might.
He
well,
was the
then,
host of the Tonight Show. Then
You might have to go to a 4:30 mass.
we're not. We're going to their house. We're not going to.
Well,
mass.
before you break bread, you will be praying. And when you
We want-
pray, you
and-
do, the cross, sign of the cross.
No, you're right. I
Are you
don't
gonna
know
do
how
that?
to do that. I don't.
My son does it. He's
Sure.
an altar boy in an Episcopal church, and I see him up there, and I'm not kidding you. It's like he's trying to tell somebody to steal third.
Exactly.
He's going like this, and I look at it, and I'm trying not to laugh, and
You're not supposed to
"Andrew,
grab your
it's
earlobe.
Here,
Yeah.
here, and one time he's going like this, and then puts his hands down.
It also looks like he's calling for illegal procedure or a false start.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, it's something. It's quite something to see. But yeah, you'll be okay. You'll
No,
be
it'll
fine.
be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
They're very nice people, and we'll have a good
Well, we
time.
missed you
What
at our
kind-
Christmas party
Oh,
yesterday.
how did that go?
Well, you're looking at winner chicken dinner.
What happened?
Right here, we had a Christmas trivia quiz.
Oh,
Pretty
can
big
I take
packet.
it? See how I would have done?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll start you out easy. In Guatemala, Christmas Day is celebrated when? January 6th, December 25th, October 31st, or D, never.
Well, since they're below the international date line, I would say it's in July. Yeah.
No.
The other side of the year. Yeah.
It's the Guatemala is predominantly Catholic country.
Oh, okay.
And it's a trick question. And so we're in groups of 4 or 5, and I put my foot down. I go, no, they're Catholics. They celebrate Christmas on December 25th.
I see.
Winner.
Very
Winner.
good.
Another one I won. Let's see
Sure.
how you do. Electric Christmas tree lights were first used when? 1492, 1895, 1944, or 1976.
Well, I'd say 1895 because Ben Franklin discovered electricity in
Bingo.
the 18th
Look at that.
century, so-
Justin, thank you very much.
All right.
This one's hard. I'm not even gonna.
Sure.
I checked out on that one. Medieval English Christmas.
What? I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Words are hard sometimes.
Yes, they are.
Something did not include.
Did you have too much poisoned eggnog
Which
last
character? Pantomimes.
Pantomimes, yes. Just
Oh, I'm
mime
sorry.
it for me. Don't talk it. Yes.
Medieval English Christmas pantomimes. All right, did not include which character? Saint Nicholas, the Blood Slasher, Father Christmas, or the Turkish Knight?
I
mean, these are hard.
I'm going to say Chanticleer the Rooster from Chaucer. But
Saint Nicholas.
all right.
Okay. That one's not. All right, this is my favorite because I used to date a Dutchman. I lived in Spain and I dated a man from Haarlem, Holland. So I knew this because we celebrated Christmas once.
No dyke jokes here.
In North America, children put stockings out at Christmas time. Their Dutch counterparts use, I got this one,
Wooden shoes.
old hats, beer mugs, shoes, or stockings just like everybody else.
This is so fascinating. I'm going to say stockings just like everybody else.
No, shoes.
Okay.
Guess what the guy's name was that I dated? I can't say.
Jason Van Dyke? Oh, no, he's the cop that shot Laquan McDonald.
It's so bad.
What's the
Wait,
name?
here.
What's the name?
Take your mic down for a second. Just take it down. It's a horrible
That's
name.
not- you could
That's
say
a
that.
horrible
How do you
name.
spell the last name?
The same way you spell it.
Really?
Yeah, not good.
It's what the rooster is called.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Coke. Albert Coke. Okay. Last one.
You could have been
This is
Mrs. Cook.
I could have been Mrs. Coke if I played my cards right.
This is the most fascinating Christmas quiz I've ever had. Yes.
When distributing gifts in Holland, St. Nicholas is accompanied by his wife Lucy, his servant Black Peter, 13 elves, or Saint Stephen.
Well, I'm going to say since in Holland his name is Charlie Brown, that is his wife Lucy. You know that
No,
Lucy
it's
was
his servant.
Charles Brown, Charles Schultz's first wife.
Right.
yes.
No, it was his servant Black Peter.
Oh wow.
Have you ever seen Black Peter?
Oh,
Not
that's
good.
not good.
Well,
they got to change that.
I know, nowadays, but it's their tradition. It's their history.
No, they
Black
gotta get rid
Peter
of it.
always goes around with Saint
You
Nicholas.
can't have a servant named Black Peter.
But he is
anymore.
black, and his name's Peter.
You can't call him Black Peter, and he can't be your servant anymore. If you're going to have a queen rule medieval times, come up to date with the times now and have.
Here's a good one for you, since you're a sports guy.
All right, I cannot wait.
Believe it or not, one Indiana town is called Christmasville.
Yeah, it's where
Noel.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Indiana. That's where
hey,
Jay Cutler's from.
Congratulations. You have won a $10 gift certificate
you.
to Starbucks.
If you're talking about it, Dan and Amy are talking about it. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
He's back, and he wants to run for president in 2020. We'll tell you who. But first, here's your forecast.
I think. Think St. Nicholas is svelter than he is. Today,
Certainly better looking.
Areas of fog this morning with spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy, high of 40. Tonight, cloudy, low of 26. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, times of clouds and sun in the afternoon, high of 34. Low tomorrow night, 20. Sunday, cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries, high of 29. Low Sunday night, 22. Christmas Day, breezy and cold with intervals of clouds and sun, high of 29. Low Monday night, 10. Now for a check of traffic, here's Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Bruce and Amy. Cicero got an apartment fire. It's on 22nd Place west of Cicero Avenue. Near South Side, a crash, 26th and State. Eden's inbound at Niles Center Road on the right shoulder. There's a semi-trailer. It's been abandoned there. Kennedy looks good at the moment. Eisenhower, inbound heavy Cicero to Costner. There's an overturned vehicle up on the embankment. Looking at about a 3-minute delay. Stevenson is fine. Inbound Ryan heavy, Cermak Circle, 18 minutes, 95th to downtown. Express lane delays start at 31st. Tollways are fine. No significant flight delays right now to O'Hare or at Midway. And things look good on the rails. Metro has an early getaway schedule today on all lines except the Heritage Corridor. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Looking for that magical holiday gift and not sure where to go? Well, I have the perfect place. Give a gift from Roland's Jewelers and create that magical holiday moment. Buying jewelry is all about trust, and Roland's Jewelers in downtown Libertyville is a place you can trust. Roland's is excited to offer AM 560 listeners special savings up to $500 on designer brands like Mikimoto, John Hardy, and Roberto Coin. Save on luxury watches like Tag Heuer and Michelle. and Shinola. If you're thinking about getting engaged, Roland's has beautiful designer engagement rings. They're a direct diamond importer, so you benefit from wholesale prices on perfectly cut loose diamonds. Visit Roland's Jewelers in downtown Libertyville, and as an AM 560 listener, save up to $500 this holiday season. Visit RolandsJewelers.com or call 847-918-7300. Trust Roland's for all your magical gift giving this holiday. Roland's Jewelers, a family-owned jeweler you can trust.
Warren Buffett's mentor, Benjamin Graham, said, "The essence of investment management is the management of risk, not returns." Hi, this is Joe Lopresti, president of Arlington Capital Management. I'm here to explain how we help manage our clients' exposure to risk. We're the creators of our proprietary proactive asset allocation strategy, known as PAS. It is designed to analyze important market trends and alert us to potential changes in the market. But that's only part of what I believe makes Arlington Capital Management unique. It's the care and personalized service we provide our clients that really defines us. We understand how important your financial goals are to you and your family, and we never take that responsibility lightly. It all starts by understanding the things that are most important to you. It's part of the Arlington Capital Management difference. To experience it for yourself, schedule your complimentary consultation by calling 855-471-5796. That's 855-471-5796, or visit arlington-capital.com.
Have pain you can't ignore? Then try first-in-class relief from Salonpas. Salonpas pain relief patches have everything you need in one clinically proven solution. They're the strongest label pain reliever available without a prescription, safely relieving pain for up to 12 hours. And Salonpas is the first and only FDA-approved OTC topical pain reliever. For first-in-class relief, get Salonpas pain relief patches in the green box with a blue wave.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
AM 560, The Answer.
Top of the morning. It's a bright and sunny day. X over easy. I'm in love with Carlos May. Bruce Wolf here along with Amy Jacobson.
Taking your calls all day. Christmas stories. Advice
Sure.
for Bruce as he goes on his
Did you see
Christian Christmas.
Did you
Wait, 312. Zip it. Zip. 312-642-5600 is our turnkey.pro answer line. 64636. Type in DA if you have a quick comment.
Did you see A Christmas Story live on Sunday on Fox? They had a live recreation
Oh,
of the
you
movie A
always watch
Christmas
those
Story.
shows. Don't you watch the live Grease and the live?
I love to watch them because I'm so nervous for the actors. I mean, it's live for
Well,
3
I
hours.
know,
It's
but this is what Broadway is every day for those actors.
I know, but this is in front of millions of people on television. And
How did they do?
Well,
Who was the star?
Matthew Broderick was in it, and the problem is with Matthew Broderick, he tried to recreate Professor Harold Hill in The Music Man, and he's no Robert Preston. And he tried to do the Gene Shepard character, and they show him on, and I mean, he's okay. Plus, there's anachronisms, which I think are good. In The Music Man, of course, they had black people in River City turn of the century, which wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I was a pick a little lady in our John Hersey High School's production of The Music Man. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a little, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little,
So,
pick a little.
in other
talk,
words,
cheep, cheep, cheep,
you
pick
weren't
a
the
little,
Shirley
pick a little.
Jones character.
No, I wasn't.
Good night, my someone.
My friend Sarah Merriam,
Mm-hmm.
back then known as Sassy Merriam, now known as Sarah Wolfman, she was the lead, and she was amazing.
And what is she
And she went
doing
on
now?
to be in the opera her senior year in high school, a turning of the Screw.
Yeah,
It was at the
sure.
Chicago Lyric Opera House.
Wow.
So she was very talented.
That's wonderful.
So this wasn't just a high school performance. This
No.
was professional.
Anyway, so and then of course in A Christmas Story they have black friends which they wouldn't have had in the 1940s. And the one mistake I saw, and it was just beautiful. It was technically proficient. It wasn't memorable and a lot of people turned it off. One of the reasons is it's very difficult. They turned it into a musical, and they turned every single line of the story into a song. And some of them, the lyrics were fine, but I think it's easier to write good lyrics than good melodies because none of the melodies were memorable, to me anyway. But you know the part where the kid in the movie sticks his tongue to the frozen pole and can't get it off? Well, at one point, this kid has to sing a song while he has his tongue stuck to the pole. So his tongue came off the pole, and it's supposed to be stuck to the pole. But, I mean, I watched a lot of people were turning it off.
What were the ratings like? Do you know? So it was a musical Christmas Story.
Yeah, and it was, I mean... And then, of course, the actors, it was impossible because then they go over to TBS and they have to do 24 hours of A Christmas Story live.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay.
But we do watch Christmas Story.
It's
every year.
It's great. Gene Shepard was from Chicago, you know.
Really?
Yes.
But the setting for
Sox
Christmas Story
references.
is in Indiana, right? Isn't it in Munster or?
Yes, right. It is Northwest
Hammond?
Indiana.
Which one is it?
Santa Claus. I don't know. One of those towns in Indiana. No, it's Northwest Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Darren McGavin in the movie gives you that sense of resignation. The guy in this, he was a wonderful singer, actor, dancer, but he just wasn't, Darren
wasn't
McGavin.
curmudgeon enough?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
cantankerous enough?
Exactly. Those are the words I was looking for.
Yeah. What about that leg lamp? Have you ever had a leg lamp?
Never had a leg lamp. It was.
I have a leg lamp ornament. It's great.
Do you? Is it a
Yeah.
keychain kind of thing?
No, it's on my tree. It's
it's
called
on
an
your
ornament.
Oh,
yeah.
exactly.
I also have parts of Mike Scott on my tree.
Really? Which
Well,
parts? His
Mike-
appendix? Did he give you his appendix?
Uh
Put
huh.
it on
And
the
I had
tree?
it bronzed, and I put a little hook in it, and it's now on my Christmas tree. Right? And I have parts of John
you
Howell's
didn't.
toe.
Yeah, yes,
Parts
you
of
do.
John Howell's toe is
Yes,
on my
you do.
Christmas
His
tree.
toe.
John Garcia's toenail. That's kind of
Would
what
you
I do.
like a lock of my hair?
I'd like a lot of it.
You are.
Oh, you know what? I would like a lock of your hair.
There you go.
And I can
He
turn
has
it
good
into
hair.
a chia pet.
I
By
do
the
have
way,
very
you
nice
and
hair.
Adam Lee have good hair.
Yes, that's what we have
Yeah.
in common. You know what else I have in common with Mike Adams?
What else?
Well,
You
here's
both
the
worked
thing.
at Channel 5. We know. Oh, my God. Were you a sportscaster at Channel 5? Oh, my God.
Mike Adamley is the only person in the world ever to substitute for Walter Payton in a football game. Walter
But
Payton
you
never
mean-
missed a game.
Yeah.
One game, Mike Adamley was a substitute, and I substituted for Mike Adamley at Channel 5, which makes me a Walter Payton substitute once removed.
Oh, my
Okay,
gosh.
So,
I mean,
Kevin.
seriously?
Okay, Kevin Bacon. 6 degrees of separation. I don't think so.
All right.
That
nice
was
try.
a
It's a try.
stretch.
Nice try.
Okay, hold on. Bob and Joliet's going to join us real
right.
quickly on our Turnkey.pro answer line. Good morning, Bob. How are you?
Morning, Navy Morning Booth.
Hi.
Fort Wayne, Indiana was Christmas story.
Oh.
Fort Wayne.
The Pistons, the original Pistons NBA team.
The Volmer Pistons, by the way, not even the
original
Fort Wayne.
Pistons were in Fort
They
Wayne.
were called the Volmar Pistons?
That was the name of the guy who started the team,
Oh.
Fred Volmer.
Oh,
So
I thought they were called the Fort Wayne Pistons.
They were, but they called them the Volmer Pistons because it
Don't
was
get
his
in my
team.
head.
I'll tell you, if we ever have a celebration of the NBA and have a trivia, thing with gift cards,
I
and
might
all
win a
that,
$10
Mike
Starbucks
Scott,
card.
Where were the Atlanta Hawks originally from? Where were the Atlanta Hawks?
Oh, I know this.
Wow.
No. Oh.
You don't know. You got to know that, Mike, don't you?
St. Louis, right?
Oh my
St.
God,
Louis
that
Hawks.
is- you know what?
the name of
That
the
is
team?
Bob Costas,
sexist.
their play-by-play guy.
That is very sexist, what you just said.
What?
Well, he's got to know because he's a man, and I don't know because I don't
My
have
wife's
a certain
from
body
St. Louis.
part.
That's why I should know.
I'm doing my Cam Newton impersonation. Isn't that cute that you
The
know
Cardinals,
something?
the Bears. Remember they were the Cardinals before they were the Bears?
They were.
Really?
No.
No,
The
it's the
Cardinals were the
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Not the
All right.
Cardinals.
Coming up on
They played
Chicago's-
at Kaminsky Park, too.
Oh, yeah. Coming up.
Yesterday
no,
you
we've
talked
gotta
about
go.
the infield homeroom fly rule. So what are you talking about?
I love the homeroom fly rule.
course.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, government shutdown avoided. Now let's get into the newsroom. Sportsman, newsman, Mike Scott.
5:57, a check of the roads first. In the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center, always a Butler Bulldog. Here's Jim Telemonte.
That's right, Mike. Good morning. Morning, Amy and Bruce. Edens inbound at Niles Center on the right shoulder. There's an abandoned semi-trailer. Traffic on the Edens is light. Kennedy 2. On Eisenhower, see delays central to Costner. There's an overturned vehicle up on the embankment. Looking at about 34 minutes from 390 to downtown. Outbound, it's fine at 29 minutes. Stevenson is a little heavy central to Kedzie. About a 3-minute delay. Ryan, heavy coming into downtown. Got a stall at Canalport in the left lane. 21 minutes, 95th to the loop. Northbound Tri-State, heavy on the ramp to the outbound Eisenhower. Otherwise, the tollways are good. No delays, 3-4 on I-80 or Northwest Indiana. Very few flight delays at O'Hare and Midway this morning on a busy air travel day. Traffic is a service of Let Us Entertain You. Give the gift that fits all appetites. A Let Us Entertain You gift card. Receive a free $25 holiday bonus for every $100 of Lettuce gift cards you buy. Simply visit a Lettuce restaurant or LEYE.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Snyder.
Today, areas of morning fog with spotty drizzle. Otherwise, cloudy with a high 40. Tonight, cloudy with a low 26. Clouds, then some sun for tomorrow, high 34. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560. The Answer.
37 right now. The news, a service of Burlington. The holiday countdown is on. Hurry into your Burlington store for great last-minute gifts for less. Save big on the hottest gifts like watches, gift baskets, wireless, sweaters, toys, but act fast. They won't last. Burlington, gifts for everyone. 5:58, here are the stories we're following this morning on AM 560, The Answer. Managers at Chicago's busiest airport hoping for a calmer day after a handful of workers at O'Hare Airport's restaurants, bars, and coffee shops walked off the job for a short time yesterday, demanding a higher wage. 2 are dead as a result of gun violence in Chicago on Thursday. 1 man shot to death in the Lawndale neighborhood, 1 in the Inglewood neighborhood. Chicago public school teacher among 50 arrested by Chicago police in recent days after a 10-month online sting of gun and drug sales. 2 Illinoisans involved in a federal lawsuit against tech giant Apple over slow iPhones. A priest under investigation in Ohio for suspicious communications with a minor is dead. Father James Caesar, who was a priest in suburban Columbus, was found dead in downtown Chicago after police say he jumped from the top of the Radisson Hotel in the Loop. Bulls' 7-game win streak ended by the Cavaliers 115-112. Stars over the Blackhawks 4-0 in Dallas. WIND Chicago News Time is 6 o'clock.
Congress is no longer facing a midnight deadline. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
On this vote, the yeas are 231, the nays are 188.
That was the House vote, followed by the Senate last night, approving short-term funding for the government, avoiding a shutdown. Fox's Rachel Sutherland, live in Washington.
Dave, the bill keeps the government running for another month and funds a Children's Health Insurance Program, or CHIP, through March. There was vigorous debate, but leaders in the Senate decided to set differences aside temporarily.
We're ready to work together across the aisle to ensure there is no lapse in funding.
We have to solve these issues together, even if that means passing a clean short-term CR extension.
The legislation does not include DACA protections for illegal immigrants brought here as children. Also, lawmakers were not able to agree on an $81 billion disaster relief package. Dave?
Rachel, President Trump is expected to sign the tax reform bill this morning. Republicans say most Americans will get tax cuts. Democrats claim it's a giveaway to the wealthy in corporate America. The president visited wounded warriors at Walter Reed Military Medical Center.
We're just going to wish them a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we love those people.
He awarded 1 soldier injured in Afghanistan a Purple Heart. Vice President Pence surprised U.S. troops with a visit to Afghanistan.
I asked the president if he had a message for our troops here in Afghanistan. And he looked at me without hesitation from behind the Resolute desk and he said, "Tell him I love him."
Pence says there's real progress battling terror there and that the Afghan president told him more senior Taliban leaders have been killed this year than in all prior years of the war in Afghanistan combined. A legend we've all watched broadcast sports for a decade has died. Dick Enberg.
Oh, my! Oh, my!
That was his famous line. Enberg did Super Bowls, World Series, Olympics, a lot of Wimbledon tennis, and more. Enberg was found dead at his home in California yesterday at age 82. Fox News. Fair and balanced.
This Christmas season, give the gift of a great meal, courtesy of Chicago Prime Steakhouse and Chicago Prime Italian Restaurant in Schaumburg. Now, through December 22nd, enter to win a $50 gift card, redeemable at either restaurant. When you enter to win on the AM 560 mobile app. To download the app and enter, just visit 560theanswer.com/mobile or text the word app to 64636 and make your reservations today at ChicagoPrimeSteakhouse.com or ChicagoPrimeItalian.com.
All money managers may seem pretty much the same. But while some money managers may recommend high commission investment products, Fisher Investments avoids them. Some money managers may have hidden and layered fees. Fisher Investments never does. And while some money managers are happy to earn commissions from you, whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're structured to be on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come to us from other money managers. Talk with us and find out why so many experienced investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
If you or a loved one suffers from long-term depression, disabling anxiety, or suicidal thoughts, a practical, cutting-edge, in-office therapy solution is available. Maybe it's the consequences of concussion, traumatic brain injury, PTSD, addictions, pain, effects of stroke, or a combination of these that's caused frustration with no hope of help. The Neuroscience Center specializes in these treatment-resistant conditions, often caused by coexisting disorders. For decades, TNC has successfully used a variety of proven methods to evaluate and subsequently treat the problems with novel and even patented procedures, like the concurrent administration of TMS with ketamine infusion, returning patients to a fulfilling life. Call the Neuroscience Center in Deerfield and learn more at 847-236-9310 or neurosciencecenter.com, 847-236-9310 or neurosciencecenter.com. The Neuroscience Center, practical approach, cutting-edge therapy.
This hourly segment is brought to you by In the Know with Wealth Management Group, hosted by Craig Bolanos. Heard Sunday mornings at 10.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
We got to warm up our voices because we are going to be singing a song. Wow, that sounded pitchy. We're doing our annual Christmas song at 8:45. Not going to want to miss it. I have to say, since you didn't fill in the entire week, I had Sean here from Elmwood Park.
Let the record show that you're.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, how much Fabian socialism can you talk about?
About 2 days worth.
And he kept calling me Tootsie and Honey, and just being dismissive. I'm like, what? I like you much better. No
I
offense.
like that Sean is a throwback.
A throwback of how it used to be.
Yeah,
and he wears so much cologne that he
fixates
me.
He's like a character out of Guys and Dolls.
Yeah.
He's like Big Julie. 33 arrests, no convictions.
And if Mike's around, he doesn't want to talk to me. He just wants to talk to Mike. Like with the guys. Yeah. Little pretty. You sit there. Go make me some, something in the kitchen. I'll get back to you. No, I do love Sean, but I like working with you better. I will go on the record as saying that. That's
very nice of you.
That is. That's kind of rude to Sean, but I really don't care. Sean's great solo.
He is. He hosted for Joe Walsh.
He doesn't sing.
I like doing shows with Sean.
Dan even sings with me. You sing with me. I don't like people who don't sing.
I've not heard Dan sing.
Oh, Dan sings. And you know what? Dan can harmonize. Do we have any of Dan singing or just talking about? Does he singing when he talks about property taxes? Or maybe the newspapers he owns? Does he sing when he talks? No, but sometimes he breaks out in song. It's a really good thing. So I'm glad that you're here. And at 8:45, don't want to miss it. Our annual song that I feel like we didn't practice enough.
It's one stanza.
No, it's two. Remember, we're gonna throw in the little ditty at the end.
It's easy.
Okay.
It's a slam dunk.
Oh,
I'm that cocky. I'm arrogant.
You are, because last year you were a little scared when we sang "It's Cold Outside."
Well, because you made me slip a roofie into your drink to approximate reality.
And we practiced that for 5 days in a row. Speaking of the holidays and holiday cheer, you, our generous listeners and our business benefactors, have brightened the faces of 3,000. Are you ready? 3,400 kids this holiday season. It started out, our goal was 3,000. Yesterday we hit 3,200. This morning I'm learning that we are going to be helping 3,400 children and families in Haiti, Guatemala, Puerto Rico, giving them generators. So some of the money that you donated is going to purchase and provide and have delivered portable generators so that people can have a Merry Christmas, fellow Americans. And we want to thank some of our business benefactors. And when you hear their commercials in the coming months, buy their products as a way of saying thanks to them.
Yeah, like Alticlip, iMorph Smart Technologies, Midwest Companies, Dentistry for All Ages, Gennady Insurance, TTI Medical Training, Larry Friend Books.com.
Can you now do it in the chit-chat voice?
Cafe Salsa, Countryside, the Neuroscience Center. We're talking hyperbaric centers in Chicago. We're talking Bradford Systems. We're talking Chicagoland Bulldogs. We're not talking, we're just reading this list.
And because they made that generous donation of $2,500, you will be hearing 40 of their 1-minute spots on our program. So, again, thank you to all those companies that they just mentioned. Thanks to Michael Mann, our director. What do you, sales manager.
General
excuse
sales
me.
manager. GSM.
I can't speak today. Our general sales manager. I just made him general manager. No, our sales manager, Michael Mann, he was here every morning taking your phone calls, answering your questions. And even though we've reached our goal, the need does not end even after the holidays. So we're going to continue to ask for individual donations. They're $50 or more. Listeners can do this by going to 560theanswer.com/food, or you can call 844-862-4673. That's 844-862-4673. And thank you so much. Big news yesterday. I don't even know if it was big news because every time I hear about government shutdown, I go...
Well, it's the same old, same old.
It's the same thing, but a government shutdown was averted. Congress has kicked the can down the road another month. The Senate approved the stopgap measure, which means the lights will stay on through January 19th. Children's health insurance program will be funded through March, but some, Democrats yesterday were saying that, no, that's going to end in February, a month early. And DACA,
Jimmy Kimmel will be on TV with his kid crying, and it will be funded because both sides like chip, and so they will fund it. Don't worry about it. Okay, we okay about that?
Hold on.
All right.
Oh, the next gen's not working.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
They have the votes to keep government open. They don't need us to keep government open.
Let's try that again.
Well, wait a minute. They have the votes to keep government open. They don't need us to keep government open.
And then Senator Flank, of course, chimed in.
Is Congress just punting the ball again on spending?
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah, it is what they do. But after the big, huge tax bill, and they're still having celebrations, and everybody still has the afterglow, they didn't want to have mud on their faces with a government shutdown.
Well, they're timing the crisis to come right before the State of the Union. So it's supposed to put pressure on, it's January 19th, which is right before the State of the Union. That'll put pressure on the Republicans and Donald Trump. Otherwise, the Republicans always seem to be blamed for the government shutdown, but now it's going to be all tied in with DACA. And, the Democrats want to hold out for some solution.
How do you feel about DACA?
I think there's actually common ground between both sides. I mean, I've heard.
Did you say compromise? Common ground? Those are words Dan Proft is not allowed to be said in this studio.
Well, I have heard Democrats say that they're in favor of E-Verify, which is a way of ensuring that illegals are not working. So, that I don't know if the fence is ever or the wall is ever really going to be built. There are certain ways of keeping illegals out, short of building this massive wall. So, DACA's got nobody wants to send these 800,000 kids who are as old as 36 or 37 years old. Now they are. It was interesting last night. Tucker Carlson was talking about we commonly think that the liberal mantra is that these immigrants, these undocumented, these illegal aliens, commit fewer crimes than natural-born citizens. Oh, they're better than us when they come here. That's not true. 1 in 5 federal prisoners is
here illegally?
Foreign-born. I mean, it stands to reason when you have people that don't have education. They're coming in.
But most of the people 40% of the illegals that are here in this country have overstayed their visas. Not all of them crawled, through the American-Mexican border.
Right. That's part of it. But anyway, so DACA is part of the fix to that. But Republicans want increased defense expenditures, and so there's also this disaster relief. For Puerto Rico,
for hurricane, for all the hurricanes,
fires. So it's all tied in together.
And with more on that, let's go to Jessica Jackson Sloan. She's a political analyst and human rights attorney. Good morning, Jessica. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Happy holidays.
Yeah, thank you. So is it a happy holiday in D.C. with, this government shutdown being avoided?
I would say so. I think there are a lot of people who would agree with that. Nobody wants a government shutdown. And I think people are happy to have a little less drama as they're leading into the holiday season.
All right, so what's going to happen next month? Then we're going to fight, right?
Well, we'll have to see what happens next month. But I do think that, people are relieved to see a little bit of agreement and a little bit of cohesiveness working together across the aisle.
And how does that manifest itself?
Well, I think we've seen some reasonableness going forward on the Democrats' part to avoid a government shutdown. There's definitely been enough coming at us lately on partisan news here as we're leading into the holiday season, and I think people are a little bit relieved to see, some agreement, and even if it does mean something's coming in January, perhaps there is a fight. For now, things are calm, and the news cycle will be a little calmer.
Well, the issues that they're going to be dealing with are pretty enormous. I mean, you have DACA, you have hurricane funding, which the senators didn't seem to agree on last night, so they pushed that issue off. Do you know what their point of contention is with hurricane funding?
Not quite sure out here. We've suffered a lot of fires. There's been a lot of natural disasters across the country this year. I'm not quite sure what their point of contention was. But again, this is something that should be simple. This is something that both parties should be able to agree on. We've got, people who are really hurt, and we've got to put the common pain that people are going through first and be able to fund the relief that people need. Here in California, we had those huge fires that have been ravishing both Northern California and Southern California. You've got people who have lost everything. Last thing they want to hear is politicians disagreeing and using this as some sort of political wedge tool. What they do want is to hear that they're going to be getting the funding they need to put a roof over their heads and start rebuilding their lives.
Well, as long as we, just can keep spending money without having to worry about where it's going to come from, then everything's
Well,
cool.
The FEMA director was on with Bill Weir on CNN, and they are broke. I mean, since that man took over, the number of wildfires and hurricanes, they've never seen anything like this. So FEMA is they're not going to be able to pay their employees who've worked all this overtime. So something's got to give, don't you think, Jessica?
Yeah, something has to give, but hopefully it's not the American people. Hopefully it's not people who literally just lost everything they had, the fire victims, the flood victims. Hopefully, Congress is able to work together and make sure that Americans aren't going homeless just because of natural disasters that are occurring, that children aren't being displaced away from their schools, that families aren't being displaced away from the jobs that provide the incomes for them to be stable, and that they're not left out on the street.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessica Jackson Sloan, a political analyst and human rights attorney. And thanks for getting up early, because we know it's very early in California.
Well, thank you.
All right. Have a good day. And Jessica joined us on our turnkey.
It's the Christmas spirit. It's the Christmas spirit, because
I'm
I would have, the spirit of Dan Props in me, it would have been, well, how are we going to pay for this stuff? Because you were just saying that.
I think she's suffering. She's got wildfires.
Well, first of all, she sounded like she was still asleep, which I don't blame her.
Let's be nice. Okay. She joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
Listen to Dan and Amy on your smartphone. Download the AM 560 mobile app today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
Confucius say this interview is over. That's an inside baseball joke between Keith and I and John Howell. Bruce, what's the weather going to be like? Will there be snow for Christmas?
Today, areas of fog this morning with spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy, high of 40. Tonight, cloudy, low of 26. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, times of cloud and sun in the afternoon, high of 34. Low tomorrow night, 20. Sunday, Christmas Eve, cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries, high of 29. Low Sunday night, 22 at Christmas. Breezy and cold with intervals of clouds and sun. High of 29, low Monday night of 10. I'm Jerry Taft with the weather, and now it's time for a check of traffic with Jim Telemonte.
Good morning, Jerry, Cliffy, Bruce, and Amy. Eden's inbound at Niles Center on the right shoulder. An abandoned semi-trailer. Otherwise, the Eden's is wide open. Kennedy's delay-free. About Eisenhower, heavy central to Costner. There's a rollover crash on the embankment. About a 5-minute delay there starting at Central. The outbound side's clear. Stevenson heavy, Cicero to Kedzie, 37 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound fine at 34. Ryan has delays starting at Cermak, 25 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, Bishop Ford delay-free. Toys are fine. 80-94 westbound at the state line of the crash. Car smacked the wall. Very few flight delays at Chicago's airports. I'm Jim Telemonte, the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Townstone Financial is synonymous with great rates, low closing costs, and phenomenal service to the thousands who have completed purchases and refinances with us since 2002. Hi, my name is Barry Sterner, owner of Townstone Financial. Let's hear from Jim, who just completed a no-cost refinance with Townstone Financial.
We went through the experience with Townstone. The experience was amazing. We had a point person that took control of the refi. The communication was specific and exactly what we needed to do. That I was never in the dark in the process. So I knew when I needed to get documents. I knew exactly what I needed. I would recommend Townstone to anybody, and I do.
Remember, nobody values your business more than Townstone Financial, and I'm always available to answer your questions. Call me now, Barry Sterner, at 312-896-2111. That's 312-896-2111. Or go to townstone.com. That's TOWNSTONE.com.
Townstone Financials, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, Illinois, mortgage license C 6629 and NMLS 136639. Equal housing lender.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
My blood pressure significantly is so low now compared to what it was. I think I'm doing great with it.
That's one thing I like about Balance of Nature. Y'all listen, you talk and communicate, and not just give us your order. We're done. Bye. You know, it to me it makes more. I want to say kind of a family-oriented business. That we're out here for you, and we're part of your extended family, trying to fill you in, rather than just take your money.
I feel great. A lot of the aches and pains I have arthritis in my hand seems to have dissipated most of the time, and I feel wonderful.
Have the confidence that you're giving your body what it needs. Call now to receive 35% off your first Balance of Nature order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Chicago.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. In 2018, the GOP's continued standing as the majority party will turn on the participation of culturally anxious voters, the people who appreciate the distinctions between liberty and libertinism, the people who understand the implications of erasing the lines between decency and indecency, the people who are respectful of the time, money, and lives of others, the people who recognize identity politics for the cultural poison that it is, the people who still talk of men and women without the cisgender modifier, the people whose lives are defined by the love of family and friends, not the popularity of a hashtag campaign, the people who will listen to rather than shout down an opposing viewpoint, the people who see things for what they are rather than redefine them through a distorted political lens, the people who believe in being their brother's keeper but don't believe they should be forced to be a sugar daddy. It won't be a single issue. It's not going to be a question of one accomplishment or one failure. It'll turn on whether or not Republicans let cultural Marxists run roughshod over people in their offices, their churches, and their kids' schools. The GOP's majority status will turn on its ability to serve as political Xanax to the culturally anxious.
AM 560, The Answer.
We are good. I mean, really, we should have a Christmas album, huh?
Yes.
All right, sing this one.
Go, Johnny, go!
What year did this come out?
Johnny,
No,
go!
Run, Rudolph.
Johnny, be good!
This is Run, Rudolph.
Oh, whatever.
Run,
They're all
Run,
this Chuck
Rudolph.
Berry.
Well, guess what? He's back. Well, Steve Bannon, in case you care, thinks very highly of himself, in case you haven't noticed, and he wants to run for president and mulling over a 2020 presidential run. I know.
I mean, fresh from his success getting Roy Moore into the Senate?
Yes, straight from that political victory. Yeah. So
I think he's done. I think he's cooked.
I think he's cooked, too. I think we've had enough of Steve Bannon.
He should go to a fat farm somewhere.
Fat farm.
That guy is fat.
And you know what? Yeah. You can tell he doesn't eat well, too. His complexion is so bad. Yes. And he probably doesn't drink water. I bet he has bad breath. Because you get simple chronic halitosis.
What is simple chronic halitosis?
Simple chronic halitosis. It's the ballad lotion.
Sure.
No, so I
A
used to
spoonful
work.
of sugar helps get rid of that.
And it helps medicine go down. I used to work with somebody at Channel 5. I know not only you worked there, I worked there too.
Apparently.
And he had the worst breath ever.
I have the worst breath.
No, this person is the worst breath ever.
How do you tell a person that he or she has bad breath?
Well,
I
I
have
know
done
what the
that.
cause is. I know what the cause is. You don't drink enough water.
Oh,
And this
really?
person did not drink enough water. And this person was sent on an assignment with a general in the Army who, after talking to him for 3 minutes, said, "Sir, you're putting down that pop. And if you're going to survive out here, you're going to drink water because you have bad breath because you don't drink enough water."
A general told him that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
So we're not talking, but anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know how this is going to dovetail into Al Franken on the Senate floor, but yesterday he's back. He came back, and last time when he gave his farewell speech, and he was crying, he was talking about Roy Moore, and now that I'm resigning, President Trump should resign too because he likes to grope women. He stood on the Senate floor and rambled for a good 36 minutes and 11 seconds.
As we all have, we come here to cast our votes on bills and amendments. We come here to discuss and debate the issues that are important to our states and to the country. We introduced...
Okay, I've had enough of that. He said that we're losing the war, though, for
And he has bad breath, too. You should notice all the senators. There was nobody in the chambers.
Nobody. Yeah. One person, and that was the other senator from Minnesota, and she was there out of respect.
As I leave the Senate, I feel... I have to admit that it feels like we're losing the war for truth. And maybe it's already lost.
Wait a minute.
And if that's the case, if that's what happens, then we have lost the ability to have the kinds of argument that help build consensus.
The war for truth. This is a guy who in his prior speech said he was resigning, but he was saying that a lot of the allegations against him were false, and then the other ones he had disputes with. In other words, all the allegations were false. This guy can't even speak the truth.
I know. He doesn't know. He's a hot mess up there.
So what is to be done?
What is to be done?
Who will stand up and fight for a more honest debate? To insist that even though we have a different set of opinions, we cannot honorably advance
and live from New York
our
at Saturday night.
unless
I mean, come on.
So clearly, he just wanted one last shot at glory.
This is a guy who's on
and
television.
nobody was there. And nobody even covered it. Cable news didn't cover it. It was on Facebook. It was a Facebook posting of his.
Of all the people, of all the gin joints in the world, he should know that if you want to get an audience, you've got to make it succinct. You've got to have a presentation. Maybe do it as Stuart Smalley. Put a satellite dish on your head.
Oh yeah, he went in. He slammed Republicans and Trump over the newly passed tax bill, referencing the forgotten men and women. And I mean, Trump, frequently invoked on the campaign trail. Franken called the legislation a slap in the face to that group who loves Trump. I mean, it just went on and on and on, and it's over. Okay.
Yeah.
312-642-5600 is our Turnkey.pro answer line. Hey, Scott. He joins us from the West Side. How's Scott? How are you?
Good, thanks, Amy. Hi, Bruce. It's always a pleasure to hear you.
Hi.
And Merry Christmas to both of you, Happy Holidays to you, Bruce.
Thank you, Scott.
And I always wanted to go, Amy. I'm kind of disappointed in what you said about
Steve Bannon.
I was planning on going to work for Steve Bannon. I want to help him drain the swamp.
Really?
Yeah, and perhaps he needs I could be his life coach, as a matter of fact.
What would you tell Steve Bannon to do other than drop 50 pounds immediately?
Well, he could use a facelift after he drops a few pounds, and he could work out a little bit, and he does need some kind of skin abrasion treatment, I would say.
I'd say let's start with microdermabrasion, definitely, then a peel.
Yeah.
How do you lose the demagoguery? How do you do that? Is there Nutrisystems for demagoguery? What do you do?
No, I don't think there's a Nutrisystems for that. But I planned on giving him my resume, and I guess I won't be able to do that now.
Yes.
Well, Scott, Merry Christmas to you,
Merry
too.
Christmas.
And we love you, and I love that you call in all the time. You're an awesome person.
Okay.
And then I hung up on him. I didn't mean to do that.
It's all right.
Justin did that. Let's go to Jack, who now joins us from Whiting, Indiana, to talk about bad breath. Hi.
Good morning, Amy, and you too, Chit Chat. Hey,
Thank you,
thanks
Jack.
for taking my call.
Really enjoy your show.
Thanks.
A bad breath story for you.
Sure.
Okay.
About 5 or 6 years ago, I was watching one of them stock channels, and it was early in the morning, and this woman was interviewing one of the, I don't know if it was a CEO or some stock analyst, but, she was standing there with the microphone, and, they got the big board in the background and all the people walking around, blah, blah, blah. And she's standing there, and they're, I'm not going to say toe-to-toe, but, within talking distance. So she's asking him questions about this, that, and the other thing, and then as soon as the guy started talking, she just had this look of fear of death on her face, and she kind of leaned back a little bit. And then the more he spoke, she started. By the time the interview was done, she was at a 45-degree angle, and when the interview got done, and you know how the camera, when they were talking, or they think they're done, and the camera still rolls for a split second, you could be able to see that sigh of relief in her face, where she just went, "Wow."
Oh, see? Bad breath story. All right.
Do you spray the person with
No.
not mace, but with
Once you get that
maybe
look, people
Listerine?
should be self-aware that when people are giving you the look, you've got bad breath look, do something about it.
Or offer a Tic Tac.
Or Tic Tac, yes.
Yeah.
And bye, Felicia. Bye, Al Franken.
In the coming weeks, I will be resigning as a member of the United States Senate.
It was early morning yesterday. Franken was before the Senate floor. He said he really had enjoyed his stay, but he must be moving on.
You're only as thick as your secrets.
Goodbye, Franken. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Lots of women accused you. Seems we've seen the end of you. Goodbye, Stuart. Goodbye, Al. You harass those pretty gals.
Some of the allegations against me are simply not true. Others I remember very differently.
It's what Chicago is talking about. It's Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy on AM 560. The Answer.
If you've never heard of nitric oxide, listen up. Nitric oxide is one of the most important molecules in your body. It promotes healthy circulation, which gets the oxygen and nutrients flowing throughout the body and helps support healthy blood pressure. And you can help your body produce nitric oxide naturally by drinking Super Beets. Only Super Beets is made from beets grown to exacting standards. The nutrients are concentrated in a way that makes them usable to the body to create nitric oxide safely and naturally. So if you want to increase your body's nitric oxide levels, call 800-516-0243 or go to walshbeats.com. With your first order, get another 30-day supply of Super Beets free, plus indicator strips to see how Super Beets is working for you, and free shipping. So call 800-516-0243 or go to walshbeats.com today.
AM 560. The Answer.
Mike Scott just telling us that Al Franken recited words from Paul Wellstone.
Yeah, a good chunk of his speech was borrowed from Paul Wellstone.
How about
I
Hubert
loved
Humphrey?
it. You know what? Paul Wellstone was the first. I did it. My first live shot ever was with Paul Wellstone in northern Minnesota.
Is
and he
that
helped
right?
me set up the truck. He helped me set up my tripod. We disagreed politically, but I thought,
liberals-
what a great man. Him and Marv Levy.
A
both used to help
liberal's
me.
liberal, but just an icon in Minnesota.
You know,
Right, and he's
Paul
from
Wellstone.
Chicago, isn't he? He went to school here. I'm almost
Did he?
positive. Yep, he grew up here.
I was in
And I went
television
to
for 20
Minnesota.
years, and I don't believe I ever did a live shot. I think
In northern Minnesota?
Anywhere. I just stayed in my ivory tower and just took pot shots at people.
See, and I was
Yeah.
never.
You
in
and
the
Joel
station.
Daly.
Yeah, and Fahey Flynn. Coming up on Chicago's
Might as well
morning.
just bring the names up.
I love this tease. Ready? Coming up
Yeah.
on Chicago's Morning Answer. I mean, I knew baseball was boring, but Darryl Strawberry had a different kind of ritual to keep it lively. We'll explain. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here's Mike Scott.
How about a white Christmas for much of America? Well, a winter storm is spreading snow from the central Rockies across the plains and Midwest into the Northeast today. But for Chicago, chances are slim. New numbers released by the Senate Rules Committee reveal the Senate has spent over $1.45 million on workplace harassment and discrimination settlements over the past 20 years. Our reporter Mark Mayfield breaks down the numbers.
The data says the Office of Compliance paid almost $600,000 in claims across a total of 13 settlements stemming from senators' offices. More than $853,000 was paid out over 10 settlements in response to even more claims from Senate employing offices. This data does not cover settlements stemming from sexual harassment cases.
Southern California's monstrous Thomas Fire now at 65% containment, but again, Santa Ana winds are kicking up in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. UN General Assembly rejecting America's recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
In favor, 128. Against, 9. Abstentions, 35.
U.S.
Draft resolution is adopted.
The U.S. UN Ambassador Nikki Haley defended the president's decisions on Jerusalem and laid down a marker at the UN.
The United States will remember this day in which it was singled out for attack in the General Assembly for the very act of exercising our right as a sovereign nation.
The president is now threatening to withhold American foreign aid to nations who voted to reject his declarations on Jerusalem. In the future, everyone could be eating cactus. A book co-authored by the UN Food and Agriculture Organization and several scientists say prickly pear cactus may become a large food source around the world. The book says prickly pear is a good substitute for crops that may be unable to grow because of increasing deserts and other reasons. Managers at Chicago's busiest airport hoping for a calmer day as a handful of workers stage a protest and a strike, a walk-off, if you will, demanding higher wages at restaurants, bars, and coffee shops. 5 counties surrounding Chicago are filing lawsuits against the companies that make and sell opioids, accusing them of contributing to the overdose epidemic. DuPage, Kane, Will, McHenry, and Lake counties accuse the companies of aggressive and fraudulent marketing of prescription painkillers. Workers at the Ford plant in South Chicago getting an apology. Ford CEO Jim Hackett yesterday sending a letter to workers at that plant apologizing for harassment at that facility. Ford settled 2 cases with workers at the plant who say they were continually harassed at work. LeBron James and the Cavaliers put an end to the Bulls' 7-game winning streak, squeaking by with a 115-112 win. James 34. Lauri Markkanen led the Bulls with 25. The news service of Burlington. The holiday countdown is on. Hurry into your Burlington store for great last-minute gifts for less. Save big on the hottest gifts like watches, gift baskets, wireless, sweaters, toys, but act fast. They won't last. Burlington, gifts for everyone. 6:35, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Mike Gallagher warns of impeachment.
Of course, after the Alabama election, they are very cocky. They pray they're going to get control of the House and the Senate so they can begin impeaching the President of the United States. They're going to impeach him because they don't like him. There's nothing he's done. Will the Republicans make any change to anticipate this looming storm on the horizon?
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Papa Nicholas Coffee. Papa Nicholas Coffee, roasted fresh daily in Batavia, Illinois.
When you're ready to purchase firearms for yourself or as a gift, get to Schranks. Schranks is celebrating their 20 days of Christmas sale. Every day through Christmas, check out a different deal. Not sure what to buy? Schranks expert staff can help. Schranks has the largest selection of new, used, and consignment firearms in Lake County. And if you have firearms you no longer want, Schranks Smoke and Gun may be interested in purchasing your used firearms in December. As always, you'll avoid Cook County firearm and ammo tax with just a short drive north. Schranks can take care of you with expert gunsmithing, and of course, cigar lovers stock up for the holidays from Schranks Humidors. Visit SmokeTheLetterN Gun.org or call 847-662-4034. You don't want to miss the 20 days of Christmas sale at Schrank Smoke and Gun in Waukegan, your family-owned gun store since 1964. SmokeTheLetterN Gun.org.
6:37. Let's get an update on the roads. We do that in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center with Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. In Lincolnwood, westbound 2 is closed. McCormick to St. Louis Avenue, that's due to a crash. Delays on 8094. It's heavy westbound Kennedy Avenue to the state line. It's a crash blocking 2 left lanes. Eden's clear except that at Niles Center on the inbound side, there's an abandoned semi-trailer on the right shoulder. Kennedy inbound, a little sluggish now, Nagel to Lawrence. 22 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound 20. The Eisenhower is inbound delays First Avenue to Costner after an earlier crash. 42 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound fine at 29. Stevenson, 37 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound fine at 34. Ryan is 25 minutes, 95 to downtown. Bishop Ford, just a 2-minute delay on the inbound side. Lakeshore Drive at Irving Park, the crash is just reported. Traffic is the service of Let Us Entertain You. Give the gift that fits all appetites. A Let Us Entertain You gift card. Receive a free $25 holiday bonus for every $100 of Lettuce gift cards you buy. Simply visit a Lettuce restaurant or LEYE.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte, AM 560 The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Areas of fog this morning, drizzle south of I-80, and a high of 43, cloudy and 26 overnight. 37 at O'Hare. Next news at 7. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next, with Bruce Wolf sitting in with us this morning on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is sponsored by Wine Time Radio. Every Saturday at 10 p.m. on AM 560. Explore the wonderful world of wine with hosts James Crooker and Rob Lehner.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues now. And make sure to stay tuned to catch me, Mike Gallagher, coming up at 9, only on AM 560, The Answer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Hate
Sunday
myself
Night
for
Football.
loving you. Oh, yeah. I love this. Do you like this song?
I just like it because it's the Sunday Night Football music.
Oh, that's right. Every time get around, how
Yeah.
about you?
No
Set
more with
for
Dick and
loving
Burkus.
you. Break free from the things that you do. I want to walk, but I run back to you. That's why I hate Bruce Wolf for loving you. Ow! Hi. Who knew baseball was so boring? Wow.
I did.
Wow, that was a fun Dr. Oz show yesterday. Did you see it?
I
Probably
did not watch Dr. Oz.
What? That you had to. That was part of your homework assignment. You were supposed to watch Dr. Oz. Well, former baseball great Darryl Strawberry, who's had some run-ins. Remember, he played with the New York Mets in the 1980s. He also played for the Dodgers, the Giants, and the New York Yankees. It was a 17-year career. And, you know, he did some stuff during innings.
What did he do between
Well,
innings of the ball game? Because they always just sit there and they spit sunflower seeds. Maybe
chew
they go
tobacco.
down into the clubhouse just for a second to go to the restroom. But other than that, they just sit there.
Well,
Are
not
you telling me they did something? Darryl Strawberry did something else between innings? What did he do?
Well, it wasn't drugs. It was something else that he was addicted to.
You actually, in the middle of games, were so addicted to sex that you would actually go out and have sex in between innings.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, you know. I was
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy lifestyle, you know.
He had sex between innings?
Yeah. He would go into into the clubhouse.
Well, he didn't go into the stands in his uniform as if he were a hot dog vendor and vend his hot dog. Come on. What did he do?
He didn't share exactly. He didn't get into the juicy details.
Who gets into the clubhouse? How do they allow somebody into the clubhouse?
Yeah,
for him to have
some
sex
ladies,
with?
and then he would have sex
And
with
so
women during the games,
And what
in
he'd do
between
is
innings.
he'd watch the monitor of the
Yeah.
game, and when somebody would get to second base, he would get to second base.
Hey, but he said he did it because he had an addictive personality, addicted to drugs. There's all these addictions, and it's all about behavior.
All addictions, and I heard you guys talking about sex addiction and drug addiction, eating addiction, all addictions has to do with behavior. If I never change the behavior, I can never get well from it. And we can stay in the addiction as long as we want to. And in middle of games, yeah, I would go between innings and stuff like that and run back and, have a little party going on. And I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, that's just the addiction, the drive.
If that isn't an argument for speeding up the game of baseball, I don't know what is.
Well,
or slowing down your sex. One or the other.
Strawberry told Dr. Oz that some of his teammates and coaches used to cover for him during his mid-game hookups.
Of course they would. What if he
I mean,
were
I've heard of groupies, but this is disgusting.
knocking on his door?
Yeah.
Daryl, you're due to be in the on-deck circle.
You're on
Excuse
deck.
me, I'm hitting a home run right now. What?
312-642-5600. People have argued with me about sex addiction and drug addiction and eating disorders. And there is such a thing as sex addiction. Tiger Woods had a sex addiction. It's all about the power. It's all about conquering. And that's what, I mean, and drugs is an escape and sex is an escape. So it really is an addiction. That's why there's sex addicts out there. That's why there's clinics to help people.
Right. Babe Ruth would sit there and eat a hot dog between innings, but
He had an eating disorder.
Sure. I didn't know that ball players had taken it that far. I bet you he's not the only one who had sex in the clubhouse.
Well, now that, I mean, this is the hashtag #MeTooBaseball. He changed his ways because of a woman. So the power of love can change a man.
When you have an addicted personality, like addicts and alcoholics and sex addiction, it's addicted personality. And we know how we turn it on and we turn it off. And it's not until you have an awakening in your life to get well on the inside. And I think so many people never get to that place. They look good on the outside, but they never well on the inside.
But he's going to lapse back one of these days, and in the middle of a Little League game that he's coaching, he's going to go off to the side with one of the moms.
No, he's not. He said he's been sober for the past decade. And that soundbite I played was wrong. This is what I was supposed to play.
That's right.
About the woman, okay?
Sure.
Listen up, men. This is why you got to grab yourself a lady.
Well, I knew I would never be happy, but I think I'm truly blessed because God sent me a wonderful woman in my life who made me realize the most important thing is my wife today, Tracy, was to take off the uniform and become a man and become responsible.
Take off that uniform and have at it.
Uh-huh. Yes. Justin. Uh-huh.
He didn't take off his whole uniform while he was having sex, did he?
Because
they got to get dressed again, put the stirrups on. It's not that easy.
It's a behavior that's not good for me anymore. Now he's a minister. He ministers to those who have addictions. But you know who Russell Brand is?
Yes.
So he came out, and I mean, really, people. Right? He came out and said that he is addicted to drugs. He's addicted to sex. He's addicted to alcohol.
It's interesting.
No, I'm not done yet. He's addicted to eating. So sometimes he binge eat, and then sometimes he wouldn't ever eat at all. So he's anorexic. And that's called life. I mean, he was addicted to everything. Exercise. He's addicted to exercise. Right. He was addicted to, he had a sleep addiction, and he had love addictions. I mean, that is crazy.
You might as well say he's addicted to love. Here's the thing. Russell Brand, interestingly, his name is Brand, but he was addicted to generic drugs, which I thought was fascinating.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
Yes.
That was a really bad joke. That was what we would call a stretch. That was not funny. So do you believe, I mean, Daryl Strawberry?
What's the matter with the strawberries? You know,
And what was he addicted? Was he on crack? Or I have the wrong...
You know, the problem with Daryl Strawberry is he hasn't really been around recently.
Mm-hmm.
So he's good to talk about for a minute or so. But I'm addicted to,
what are you addicted
better
to?
Stories than this one. I mean, it was a good one for about a minute or two. But, hey, I need another thing right now. I need another real scandal with somebody right here, right now. Daryl Strawberry's from the past. I remember seeing him compete in the home run derby in like the 1992 derby at Wrigley Field. It's such a long time ago.
I know, but I remember him because he was a great baseball
we all
player.
remember him, and it's
great.
great.
But we just never knew that was happening during innings.
The stories you need to know to start your day. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Can you imagine him timing it while he's in the clubhouse and thinking, okay, there's two men on and nobody down, and then somebody hits into a triple play, and he's in,
Well, it sounded like there were multiple women with him too.
Well, one of them had to be the lookout.
Oh, I'm sure.
Had to watch the TV, had to watch the monitor.
Okay.
Today, areas of fog this morning with spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy, a high of 40. Tonight, cloudy, low 26. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, times of clouds and sun in the afternoon, high of 34, low tomorrow night 20. Sunday, cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries, high of 29, low Sunday night 22. And on Christmas, breezy and cold with intervals of clouds and sun, high of 29, low Monday night 10. Now for the check of the traffic, here's Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Bruce and Amy Algonquin. Crash on Algonquin Road at Hanson, north side of Chicago. This happens every so often. There's a truck stuck under the viaduct on North Avenue at the Kennedy. Lincolnwood, westbound 2E is blocked. McCormick to St. Louis Avenue due to a crash. 8094 westbound, stop and go Kennedy Avenue to the state line with a crash. All lanes just reopened there. Northbound Tri-State, we see delays 87th to the 83rd Street toll. From the Stevenson to the Hinsdale Oasis up from Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower. The other tollways are fine. Lakeshore Drive northbound, heavy Belmont to Irving Park. There's a crash. Eden's clear, except Niles Center. There's a trailer on the right shoulder that's left there. Kennedy, 22 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. Outbound 20. The Eisenhower, 42 minutes, 390 to downtown after a crash at Costner. Outbound it's clear. Stevenson, 3-minute delay, Cicero to Kedzie. Ryan, heavy Cermak into the Circle, about a 10-minute delay. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
I'm Bob Agnew in for Lou Dobbs. A Merry Christmas for retailers. Sinclair Find and online videos turned musical. Those stories are next.
Are you being intimidated by the IRS? Rapid Resolution Tax Group is a team of tax attorneys, enrolled agents, and tax professionals who've helped thousands of people with problems just like yours, and they promise not to let the IRS intimidate you. If you are an individual or business who owes at least $10,000 to the IRS, you can turn to them for help. Has your bank account been levied? Do you have years of unfiled tax returns? Let Rapid Resolution Tax Group intervene for you. They're accredited with and A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they guarantee same-day contact with the IRS. If you qualify, Rapid Resolution Tax Group can work towards settling your tax debt for less, removing penalties and fees, and stopping levies and garnishments. Call the professionals at Rapid Resolution Tax Group at 800-601-2929. That's 800-601-2929.
A spike in mid-December spending is expected to build on a strong start to the holiday season, helping retailers beat sales forecasts. Demand for electronics and appliances are leading the way. The FCC has hit Sinclair Broadcasting with a record $13.4 million fine for allegedly not identifying paid programming as advertising. The agency says the paid programs were meant to look like news reports. Sinclair has 30 days to appeal. Online videos may be about to get more entertaining. Facebook has joined YouTube in signing an agreement with Universal Music that gives users full access to Universal's music catalogs for online videos. On the economic calendar this morning, November reports on durable goods, personal income, and consumer spending. Please join us for Lou Dobbs tonight at 7 and 11 Eastern on the Fox Business Network. This is the Lou Dobbs Financial Report.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
We are so thrilled with this product. He was literally getting up, laying on the couch, and falling asleep. He's so alert. It's amazing, totally amazing. This is a great product. His sodium levels have been low for, I would say, maybe close to 20 years. He's normal now, and this is the first time. And I can't even thank you enough.
The last thing I want to do is stop taking this. I definitely have lots more energy.
Have the confidence that you're giving your body what it needs. Call now to receive 35% off your first Balance of Nature order. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code CHICAGO.
Law, liberty, justice. This is Law and Justice with Jay Sekulow.
I work for a commercial collection agency, and I was told that I have to collect on this 2 accounts that were from pornographic dealerships, and the file is very offensive. It's very explicit. I went to my supervisor and asked him, would he transfer it to somebody else? And he told me that I had to work it.
Number one, you should be exempted from that. Let me get you in touch with our legal department at the American Center for Law and Justice. You cannot be compelled to violate your sincerely held religious beliefs. You should not be forced to engage in a pornography business for collection purposes as a woman and as a Christian. So we will get to work on that right away.
The American Center for Law and Justice is here to defend our religious liberties. Learn more about the American Center for Law and Justice on our website at aclj.org. That's aclj.org.
Message and data rates may apply.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet?
Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, text COVER to 33123 for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away, so you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Text COVER to 33123 for a free information kit with all the details. That's COVER to 33123. Again, text COVER to 33123.
AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, yeah. It's that time. That time of year again. It's going to be cold here, not snow, but it's always warm and sunny in Riviera Maya, Mexico.
Well, we're in Mexico.
That's where we will be heading, Dan and I, in 2018 with Apple Vacations. And you're invited to come along with us. We'll be staying at the Secrets Maroma Beach Riviera Cancun Resort and Spa in Riviera Maya, Mexico.
Is that in Cancun proper or a suburb?
It's a suburb of Cancun. It's about, so it's not far from the airport, about a half-hour to 40-minute drive from the airport. And we will be in safe accommodations, that's for sure. 9 gourmet restaurants, 6 bars serving unlimited premium drinks, 24-hour room service. Now, this beautiful, unlimited luxury, adults-only resort is situated on Maroma Beach, recognized as one of the world's best beaches. You should Google it. Also, too, if you're interested in this trip, go to 560theanswer.com/passport because the price that Apple Vacations has secured for this trip is incredible and exclusive to us, but it's only available for a limited time, so do not miss out. Enjoy a week in Riviera Maya, Mexico with us, Dan and Amy. Visit 560theanswer.com/passport, and it really is a great gift, and an experience, because a lot of people aren't buying gifts for people. They're buying experiences, time together, and this would be something nice to surprise your
And you actually
spouse
mix it
with.
up with the listeners. You don't
Oh,
go off
yeah.
in some
Oh,
place
no,
and
I don't
study
go-
Hayek.
Right.
You
That's
actually-
what Dan does. No, we spend a lot of time with the listeners. I conduct volleyball clinics because that's what I do. I taught Rick from Des Plaines last year how to serve underhand, and then we get in the game, and he just completely lost it. Like, Rick, stay focused.
Ooh, karoosh.
And no, it's fun. And then we just hang out at nights, and we go out with different groups of people every night, and it's really a
Do you
great way to
rotate
get
it
to know
so
our
you're
listeners.
fair to all the listeners? or
No,
don't
we
play
have big
favorites?
groups. We don't play favorites. We have big groups, and we spend, I feel like I get to know everybody on the trip because by the end of every trip we've gone on, I know every single person's name.
And do you sit around?
And I know their stories too.
And so you sit around in a group therapy session and
No.
then discuss life and
No, we go on excursions. We, do yoga together. I worked out with Jenny Frey, my friend Jennifer, who we call her Jenny Frey, one day, and we just have a good time. And normally the same people come back year after year, and then new people come in, and the group gets bigger and bigger every year. And last year, my friend Bob, he missed out on signing up on time. So don't be Bob. Don't be that person. Sign up today.
If I
Go to
were there-
560theanswer.com/passport. Yes, Bruce.
If I were on the beach there, would you kick sand in my face? Is that what you would do?
I'd make you do yoga. I think you'd really enjoy yoga because part of it's meditation. Remember we had our
Sure.
guy on yesterday,
Yes.
Corey Kelly.
Right.
From.
I'm still in the trance from him.
Oh, that was.
Yes.
I mean, wasn't it? He's got to be good in the yoga room because in a radio studio setting, I went to my happy place.
Me too.
And I love going to my happy place.
Well said, Amy.
You've made the switch, and it feels so good. You've switched to Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
What if you could enjoy total peace of mind when it comes to home security? What if the best technology came from a local company who puts the customer's needs first? Alarm Detection Systems is the right choice for an alarm system with complete control from your phone or tablet. Know when your children arrive home from school. View live streaming video. Check up on your pets. Receive alerts for extreme temperatures. Know if leaks or floods have been detected. Get real-time text alerts sent to your phone. Family-owned and operated since 1968, Alarm Detection Systems understands that nothing is more important than the safety of your family. Your security system will be monitored by our central station in Aurora, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Alarm Detection Systems is an authorized Honeywell equipment dealer. Our on-site security consultation is always free. Visit adsalarm.com or call 630-844-6322. That's 630-844-6322. Alarm license number 127000143.
AM 560, The Answer.
Got a very rude text message. I'm not even going to read it.
Go ahead and read it.
No, it's Christmas time.
I sent it.
Oh, okay. Amy is talking over two hilarious guest hosts, Sean and Bruce, this week. Let them riff! ! They are funny. She's just vapid. I don't even. Okay.
I'm, that's
Bruce,
the way I work.
Can you stop doing that to me?
I'm passive aggressive.
I see. Oh, yes, you are. And we are celebrating a big victory for our station and for the people in need. Food for the poor. We exceeded our expectations. We are going to be feeding 3,400 children this holiday season and providing generators to those in Puerto Rico, portable generators. All thanks to your generous donations and our business benefactors. We blew it out of the park this year. And in the coming months, when you hear their products advertised on the station, do us a favor and buy their products. Invest in them because they made a great investment with us. Some of those companies, do you have the list in front of you?
I happen to have them, if you let me talk for a second. Fathom Media, Mike McCaddy and Associates at Century 21 affiliated, the law firm of Spiegel Cahill, Innovative Control, Inc., KP Toffee, Bradford Systems, Elgin Recycling, and Latoria Brothers Construction, among others.
And the need never stops, so if you want to make an individual donation of $50 or more, simply go to 560theanswer.com/food. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, the UN votes to condemn President Trump's Jerusalem decision. We'll have the latest. But first, let's get into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Thursday shootings claimed 2 Chicago lives. A priest being investigated in Ohio reportedly jumps to his death here in Chicago. Treasurer's office is reporting a deluge of early taxpayers. We'll tell you why. Meantime, the state inspector general says that she wants more probes of lawmakers at the Capitol. The Cavaliers end the Bulls' winning streak. There is a fog out there this morning. WIND Chicago News Time is 7 o'clock.
Congress is done for the year. I'm Dave Anthony. Fox News, the last order of business, approving money to keep funding the government beyond tonight's deadline that most Democrats like Steny Hoyer opposed.
Let's call this CR for what it is, a chaotic retreat from rational, regular order and fiscal responsibility.
The short-term funding runs through January 19th, leaving many other issues for Congress to deal with then.
They've got to tackle immigration, health care, and the $81 billion disaster aid bill that was separated from this stopgap bill. It didn't pass the Senate, so they've got to do that urgently when they get back.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. President Trump expected to sign that and tax reform into law in a few hours. He just tweeted, big companies are showering their workers with bonuses as a result, saying it's a phenomenon nobody even thought of. Merry Christmas. Democrats claim the tax bill is a giveaway to the wealthy and corporations giving the middle class crumbs. Yesterday, the president gave an injured soldier a Purple Heart, visiting with wounded warriors at Walter Reed Military Medical Center. The vice president saluted troops in Afghanistan. Fox's Simon Owen monitoring the trip live from London.
Dave, Mike Pence paying a surprise visit to a country where the U.S. still has some 15,000 service personnel deployed.
It is humbling for me to address this force for freedom.
Speaking to troops at an airbase, he said the U.S. remains committed to the Afghan conflict, now in its 17th year.
And we are staying in that fight, and we will see it through to the end.
Pence saying under President Trump's leadership, victory is closer than ever. The Taliban still controls around half of Afghanistan. Dave.
Simon, a 7-year-old boy, shot dead in Texas by sheriff's deputies, but not on purpose. It happened after they chased a car theft suspect to a mobile home. She was also killed.
The suspect was on the front porch, standing in the doorway, and the young boy was inside, actually behind a wall outside the sight of the officers.
Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar. Fox News, fair and balanced.
7:02 on AM 560, The Answer. Good morning. I'm Mike Scott. Managers at Chicago's busiest airport are hoping for a calmer day today. A handful of workers at O'Hare Airport's restaurants, bars, and coffee shops walked off the job yesterday, demanding higher wages. At least 2 are dead, the result of gun violence in Chicago Thursday. 1 man shot dead in the Lawndale neighborhood. A 45-year-old man was later pronounced dead at St. Bernard Hospital after being found shot in a vehicle that crashed into a tree in the Englewood neighborhood. A missing teenage girl has been found in East Chicago. 15-year-old Alicia Caceres, who was reported missing earlier this week, was pronounced dead at her home. Police say Caceres did not have medication she was taking when she was reported missing. A priest under investigation for suspicious communications with a minor is dead. The body of Father James Caesar, who was a priest in Columbus, Ohio, was found in downtown Chicago jumping, according to police, from the Radisson Hotel in the Loop on Wednesday. Yesterday, Cook County ME's office ruled Caesar's death a suicide. The new Republican tax bill providing some extra incentive for many in the Chicago area to pay their property taxes. For Cook County alone, more than 17,000 have taken advantage of the early pay option this year. The new Inspector General for the General Assembly plans to pursue 10 complaints of ethics violations, and some of them involve sexual harassment in Springfield. AM 560's David Stewart has details.
Legislative leaders allowed the IG's post to remain vacant for about 3 years, and during that time, 27 complaints went uninvestigated. The new inspector, Julie Porter, has determined that 13 of them are not within her jurisdiction, but that 10 merit further investigation. One is likely to be the complaint of victims' rights advocate Denise Rothheimer that State Senator Iris Silverstein harassed her for 18 months as they worked to get a bill passed. Silverstein disputes the allegations but has apologized. Porter also says she's gotten additional complaints since being named last month. David Stewart, NBC News Radio, Chicago.
LeBron James and the Cavaliers put an end to the Bulls' 7-game winning streak, but just barely with a 115-112 win. James 34, Lauri Markkanen leading the Bulls with 25. Ben Bishop turned away all 24 shots he faced. Stars beat the Blackhawks 4-0 in Dallas, and the Blackhawks' 5-game winning streak comes to an end. The news service of Burlington. Make Burlington your store, a one-stop holiday shop. Save on great gifts for everyone. Watches, gift baskets, wireless audio, sweaters, drones, toys. Brands you love, up to 65% off other retailers' prices every day. Burlington, gifts for everyone. 7:04, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Sean Hannity does the math on Russia.
Now they might point to, well, Paul Manafort was indicted. What about that, Hannity? And I'm like, nothing to do with Trump-Russia collusion. Nothing. Zip. Well, what about Lieutenant General Flynn? No, that was lying to the FBI. That was not Trump-Russia collusion. Well, wait, it's coming, though. It's definitely there. No, that's not going to happen either.
The Sean Hannity Show. Afternoons at 2, right before Joe Walsh at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
All money managers may seem pretty much the same. But while some money managers may recommend high commission investment products, Fisher Investments avoids them. Some money managers may have hidden and layered fees. Fisher Investments never does. And while some money managers are happy to earn commissions from you, whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're structured to be on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come to us from other money managers. Talk with us and find out why so many experienced investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
7:06. Let's get an update on the pre-Christmas rush in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. The latest with Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. For air travelers, right now things look pretty good. At O'Hare and Midway this morning, almost all flights are moving as scheduled. In fact, most airports across North America report few, if any, delays. On the rails, things look good this morning, too. Metro has an early getaway schedule for all lines except the Heritage Corridor. More trains will leave downtown early this afternoon, fewer later. Kennedy inbound, just a little sluggish. Addison to Sacramento. 22 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. Outbound 5 at 20. Inbound 8 is at Niles Center, and there's an abandoned semi on the right shoulder. Actually, the trailer of a semi, but otherwise the 8 is wide open. About Eyes and Howard. Delays are between First Avenue and Damon. It's 37 minutes, 390 to downtown. Outbound 5 at 29. Inbound Stevenson, slow Cicero to Kedzie. It's just a 3 or 4 minute delay. Outbound it's 5. Inbound Ryan heavy in the express lanes at 43rd. There was a vehicle fire. Well, it's quicker in the locals. You're looking at about 40 minutes, 95th to downtown. No significant delays on I-57, Bishop Ford Freeway. Northbound Tri-State slow from the Stevenson to the Hinsdale Oasis, up from the Reagan tollway to the Eisenhower. The other tollways are good. Westbound 8094 stop and go from Kennedy Avenue to the state line after a crash. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560 The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Areas of morning fog and spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy skies throughout the day and night. High 40, low 26. Thick cloud cover for the morning tomorrow with clouds and sun for the afternoon. High 34. Partly cloudy at night. Low 20. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560. The Answer.
It is currently 37 at O'Hare. Your next news update at 7:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560 The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 on your mobile device. Now available on iHeartRadio. Online at iHeartRadio.com.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Oh, it's a new woman in here.
Oh. Hi.
Why are you all dolled up right now?
Because we're going to sing our song at 8:45.
Somebody else must be coming into the studio because you're taking me for granted.
No, that's not true.
And you didn't put any of your HD makeup on me because you know I always believe a TV show might break out.
Right.
I've got to be.
Well, you're
look for
being
it.
people that can watch us at home on the web.
Yeah,
And where's your makeup? Makeup.
Exactly.
Oh my. Dick Enberg passed away. Just in case some of you are just waking up to the news.
Who was he?
He was a well-known sportscaster who apparently wore really bad jackets because he didn't like any of them, and I thought that made him who he is.
Oh no! What made him was his signature phrase of "Oh my!" I mean, he He covered the gamut.
Touchdown!
My!
Bruce.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
This show has 2 more hours. Let Dick Enberg say "Oh my."
Oh my! Martin! Touchdown! Oh my!
Dick.
Thank you.
I just wanted to, give my eulogy and my praise
Yeah,
to Dick Enberg
yeah.
because he covered everything. He covered everything from the Detroit Lions to the Detroit Tigers, and even did the Super Bowl champion game, with the Chicago Bears.
Lions, tigers, bears. Oh my! Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
See, he was in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh my!
He was.
Oh, but the sad thing is he was so he lives in California, his family's in Boston. He's originally from Michigan, and that's how, he got the oh my, but I'll tell that in a second. He had his bags packed up, ready to go to celebrate the holidays with his family. Sitting there waiting for a car to pick him up to go to the airport, drops dead of a heart attack. So his bags were packed.
And he was ready to go.
Ready to
and I
go.
love how you try to be serious, and yet everything's a
You
song
can't be
line.
serious. I
No,
know.
you can't be because you turned it into a song.
No, but his bags were packed and he's
And he was
ready
ready to go.
I know. Poor
Go to his eternal reward, apparently.
But Dick Enberg got the slogan, oh my, because when he grew up in Michigan, he apparently would go to the markets on the weekends and hear people say, oh, did you hear what the Thompsons did? Oh my. And then they say, oh, did you see that high school game? Oh my.
It's on their license
So
plates.
then he took that phrase to a whole new level.
Missouri's the show me state. Michigan's the oh my
Oh
state.
my.
Because all I know is that I had Boom Shakalaka when I was a sportscaster for NBC.
Oh, that was yours?
I had Boom Shakalaka, which I popularized from Sly and the Family Stone. I had Ding Dong Dilly of a Dinger. I had a quadruple, and I had It Could Be, It Might Be, I think therefore it is a homer. And those were just for my home runs. This guy, he's a minimalist with oh my. That's what I should
You maybe should have kept it simple.
Yeah, I really.
I like the boom shot. What was your line? Boom?
Boom Shakalaka, which I got from Sly and the Family Stone's we want to take it higher.
Okay. We're going to talk about Jerusalem and the UN vote in moments. But first, let's go to Verlin. It's a big Fun Friday show, family show. Verlin.
How you all doing today?
Good.
I just wanted to call, keep it short and sweet. I wanted to wish you, Amy, and Bruce a Merry Christmas. I'm so sick of everybody saying Happy Holidays. I want to say Merry Christmas
But
to
Bruce
everybody.
Verlin,
everybody.
I'm a Jew, and you just insulted me on this the day that we're talking about whether Jerusalem should be the capital of Israel. I'm kind of sensitive about. Merry Christmas to you, Verlin.
You know we're not PC, Bruce. I mean, hey, Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, too.
It's over already, Verlin. Where were you for the last 9 days? Okay.
Well, Verlin, we really appreciate you. What are you going to do for the holidays? For Christmas?
Well, honestly, Saturday, me and Tom are going to be doing our podcast, but Sunday I got to work. So Sunday and Monday I have to work for the holidays because out of the 6 holidays, we only get to request off 2. So I request off Memorial Day since I'm from a military family. I love Memorial Day and New Year's Eve to bring in the new year. So I got to wait. I got to work Sunday and Monday.
Well, Verlin, can I work for you because I'm not a Christian? Can I work for you at your job?
Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it.
I don't think you can do what he does.
What does Verlin do?
Verlin, aren't you in the healthcare industry? Nursing home industry?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
yes,
so
I take care of elderly. I take care of the elderly, special needs people. Anything that deals with helping somebody.
And what time is your shift? Are you a night shift or day shifter?
Overnight. That's why I get to talk to you all in the morning. You give me a boost on the way home.
Oh, so what time do you start?
I start at 10:30 at night, and I get off at 6:45 in the morning.
Wow. Aren't people normally sleeping, or do you make sure that they don't die in their sleep, or what do you do exactly?
Well, all of that, but when you get older, you sleep less.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a lot of people. They only sleep like maybe 2 to 3 hours a night, and they be up. And
what about Verlin? I'm worried about.
Gosh.
I'm worried about your circadian rhythms.
Wait, hold on.
Verlin.
All right. So would you try to get him back to bed, or do you give him some little sleeping pill or a little lover juice to get him down?
It depends on what they're ailing from. Sometimes they just need somebody to talk to.
But I'm worried about you. I'm worried about Verlin.
Come here. And as Michael Mann's walking in the hallway, Michael Mann got up at 1:30 this morning and could not get back to sleep. We have a listener, Verlin, who he helps the elderly, and he said that the older you get, the less sleep you have, and the elderly sleep 2 to 3 hours a night. So I think you're getting old, Michael Mann.
Oh, I am getting old. Amen to that. He's right. Thanks for that.
Well, what did you do at 1:30 in the morning?
This morning?
Yeah, step up to the microphone. Oh, come here. Here's Michael Mann, our sales manager. What did you do at 1:30 in the morning?
I just thought about how grateful we are for all the benefactors that made over $170,000 of donations for Food for the Poor.
La 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 ka-ching.
That's a true businessman. Even doing business when you talk about personal things.
Boy, he couldn't break character for 1 second, could he?
Well, Verlin, thank you so much for the phone call, and God bless you for the work you do, the job that you have, and thank you so much for always calling in and listening to the program.
God bless you all, too.
All right, thanks,
God
Verlin.
rest you, merry gentlemen.
Let nothing weed his way.
God bless.
Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
No, mine is God bless you, Jerry Mendelbaum, that nothing you dismay. You had a rotten month, so what is there to say? Let's hope next May is better and that things will come your way and you won't have a feeling of dismay.
Feeling of dismay? Okay. All right, let's talk about this UN vote. Overwhelmingly condemn U.S. decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and to move the embassy there. The vote was 128-9 and 35 abstentions, including Canada. The abstentions are important?
It's important because they didn't get 2/3 of a vote against Israel, which is like an accomplishment because the UN is just a bunch of, it's a couple of $1 billion. We subsidize the whole thing.
70%.
It's garbage. They're racist. They're anti-Semitic, and we should withdraw the funding.
No, but major allies voted against us. Yeah, Britain, Japan, Germany, and France. And that's even after Nikki Haley got up there and made a threat of pulling foreign aid. Come on, next gen. Turn it on, Justin.
The United States will remember this day in which it was singled out for attack in the General Assembly for the very act of exercising our right as a sovereign nation. We will remember it when we are called upon to once again make the world's largest contribution to the United Nations. And we will remember it when so many countries come calling on us, as they so often do, to pay even more and to use our influence for their benefit.
And President Trump was watching the votes.
We're watching those votes. Let them vote against us. We'll save a lot. We don't care.
It's an idle threat if you don't vote with us.
The New York
it's a UN resolution, but still, if you don't vote with us, we're going to cut your foreign aid.
The New York Times lead said, in a stinging rebuke.
Stinging.
Look, the United Nations cannot do a stinging rebuke against the United States of America. They work for us. We don't work for them.
But what is why move our embassy? Nobody else is moving their embassy to Jerusalem.
I think we should move the United Nations to Jerusalem.
Hey.
Yeah. Get out of Manhattan.
But why is it, just help me, why? Because I'm not Jewish. Why is it so important for you?
Jerusalem is the holy city. And I understand that other religions have a claim on Jerusalem as well. And maybe
right,
in
the
a final,
Palestinians.
And maybe in the final negotiations for this, something will be carved out there. But it's the capital of Israel. That's
but can
all
we
there's
do
to
it like a West Jerusalem for the Palestinians and East Jerusalem?
The capital of Israel is Jerusalem. That is reality.
Right. Well, who is running Jerusalem right now?
Well, right now, I mean, the Jews had got control.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is that, once and everybody wants to go back to the pre-1967 borders, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There were plenty of opportunities to carve this up equitably over the decades. And, as Abba Eban, the late foreign minister of Israel, said, the Palestinians never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. So this is the way it's going to be going forward. And Trump is got the leverage, actually, over Israel right now, because he's the first president, as a president, to say we're going to go to Jerusalem. So now he can actually say, okay, I've done this. Now we've got to,
figure out
have some
the
kind
logistics.
of deal to carve everything up. We'll see. It's a gambit, and kudos to Nikki Haley and to the Trump administration. Many never-Trumpers are Jewish, conservative never-Trumpers, and here's Trump coming to bat for Israel.
Connect with Dan and Amy using the AM 560 mobile app. Download it today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
So the kiddies want to know, when Santa comes, is there going to be snow on the ground for Christmas?
Today, areas of fog this morning with spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy, high of 40. Tonight, cloudy, low of 26. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, times of cloud and sun in the afternoon, high of 34, low tomorrow night 20. Sunday, cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries, high of 29, low Sunday night 22, and on Christmas, breezy and cold with intervals of clouds and sun, high of 29, low Monday night 10. Now for a check of traffic, here's Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Bruce and Amy. North side of Chicago, we had a real traffic mess on North Avenue at the Kennedy. There's a truck stuck under the viaduct. Also a disabled CTA bus on eastbound North Avenue, east of the Kennedy. So this is causing big delays in both directions, both on North Avenue, arterial streets, and coming off the Kennedy as well. It's not affecting the main lanes of the Kennedy, though. The only slowdown there is inbound from North Avenue to the Covered Tunnel. 22 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. I find at 20. Eden's delay-free. Eisenhower inbound, tight Laramie to California. That's now just a 3 or 4 minute delay. Yap on Ike's clear. Inbound Stevenson to those Central to Kedzie. 41 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive. Up on 5 at 34. Ryan is 30 minutes, 95 to downtown. I-57, Bishop Ford, looks good. On the northbound tri-state, there's a brief delay from the Reagan tollway to the Eisenhower. The other tollways are fine. Northwest Indiana looks great. Jim Talamonte, the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
If you still haven't bought all your Christmas gifts, here's what I recommend. Buy some MyPillows and keep one for yourself. The MyPillow buy one, get one free offer is going on right now, just in time for Christmas. I urge you to go online or call now and take advantage by using the promo code AMY. You'll get the absolute best deal available. I personally love my pillows. My wife and I, we both have my pillows. I get a great night's sleep by moving the fill to give me the support I need regardless of my sleep position, and I never wake up with a stiff neck or headache. They're made in America. You can wash and dry them. They're hypoallergenic, plus have a 10-year warranty and 60-day money-back guarantee, and you're supporting a company that gives back. So get your buy one, get one free MyPillows as gifts, and keep one for yourself by calling 800-489-0201 and use the promo code AMY, or visit mypillow.com. That's 800-489-0201, promo code AMY.
You're busy running around shopping for holiday presents. Just make sure you save the best present for yourself. A brand new Ford car, truck, or SUV from Joe Cotton Ford in Carroll Stream. 'Tis the season to celebrate the Ford year-end clearance and stuff your stocking with the best savings of the year. No more waiting. Now is the time to get to Joe Cotton Ford with 250 brand new vehicles that have to be up the lot before the end of the year to make room for the 2018 models. You won't find a better deal or selection. And remember, Joe Cotton is a different kind of car dealer where family owned and operated really means something. They're not a big dealer group just cranking out customers to hit a sales quota. You'll get the white glove treatment without all the hype and pressure. Maybe that's why generations of Ford buyers and their families keep coming back to Joe Cotton Ford. Get to Joe Cotton Ford today and drive home your new Ford car, truck, or SUV for the holidays. Gary and North Avenue in Carroll Stream or at joecottonford.com. That's joecottonford.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
We love the product. I think we've been on it for, 12 years now, or pretty close, and we believe in it, and we're going to continue taking it.
I have a $1,200 knee brace because I have bone on bone in my left knee, and I have a torn cartilage in my right knee. And since I've been taking Balance of Nature, I don't wear my brace, and I can walk without pain. It's I had these copper things I used to put on my knees. I don't use those either. I don't use anything. I think it's just wonderful.
Have the confidence that you're giving your body what it needs. Call now to receive 35% off your first Balance of Nature order. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Chicago.
AM 560, The Answer.
Just hear those sleigh bells ringing, ting, 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 too. Come on,
It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together. This is the Fox football music, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Bum, ba, da, bum.
All right. This is our last show of 2017.
Yes.
Oh. Don't miss out at 8:45. We're going to be singing our song. We haven't even practiced today.
It's okay. Let's
And you
just
didn't
go
even
right
bring
with it.
in the words.
I know the words by heart. They're inscribed
Just
in my
don't
heart.
give it away what we're doing.
Will
Don't
not.
you dare.
No.
Lucy, Bruce, don't you dare. All right, so guess what was the most Googled name of 2017?
Dr. Dow, the guy who was dragged off the United Airlines flight.
I love Dr. Dow. I want to go home. I want to go home.
You know, he became a member.
Here it is. Hey, listen to that. That's a takedown, man. Those guys should work for the WWE. Don't you think? Those two airport officers?
He got $7 million. And
How do you know?
also-
Are you sure?
Well, probably. And also, they gave him lifetime membership in the Red Carpet Burn Club.
Oh,
But
really?
seriously.
But he just wanted to go home.
I have to go home. I have to go home. I have to go home. I have to go home.
Yeah, you think he didn't have a head injury?
Well, he's a doctor. He's more important than anyone else on that flight.
All right, let's not relitigate that. All right. No, it's not Dr. Dow.
Okay.
Think of someone who might have been involved in some sex scandal.
Hugh Hefner, he died.
Didn't make the top 10.
Okay. I'm going to say Matt Lauer.
Number 1 is Matt Lauer.
Because he's the Today Show host.
If anybody else wants to play on the top 10, we have one down, 9 positions
But he's
to go.
number 1.
You can call us at 312-642-5600 on our turnkey.pro answer line. 64636, type in DA, then a quick comment. Yes, Bruce, I see you. You want to talk.
Oh, teacher. Are
Yes,
you calling
Bruce,
me?
yes.
Savannah and Hoda, I believe, are still holding hands to process their grief.
Oh, yes.
On the
they
Today
were,
Show. It's getting kind of clammy a little bit. And did you know the ratings, last I saw,
Ooh.
like last week,
Yes.
were just as good without the man there? Now, maybe
Oh,
this
so
is...
they've stayed the same one. Now, when Savannah Guthrie was on maternity leave the second time, the ratings they tanked. So they begged her to come back early, and she did
She had
to
the
save the show.
She had the baby on air.
Yes, exactly. I remember when Alison Rosati, she came back 2 weeks after giving birth to her 4th child. I thought that was whatever. But
That's
she,
a little. I mean, that's
well,
a little, that's a quick
they put
turnaround.
they put the pressure on her.
Get back here.
Cheatwood. I think it was
We
Cheatwood.
need you to toss the Brant. Yes. Can't you have somebody else do that?
Besides Matt Lauer, who was it?
Number 2, well, it wouldn't be Charlie Rose because he's not that popular.
No, it's
right?
not.
Because that's the
Think
difference
of-
between the Today.
Think of a blonde person, but it's in the same family.
Lonnie Anderson. Yes, I miss her. Okay.
Well, those were real. Her eyelashes. Meghan Markle.
Yeah. She's
Number
not
2.
blonde.
She's not blonde. I thought I was reading
Yeah.
Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
Meghan Markle, a sorority sister of mine who's going to be a new princess. She went to Northwestern.
Are you envious?
No, I love it. I love that she is a Kappa Kappa Gamma from Northwestern University.
I went
Nothing
to Northwestern. I
know.
dated SDT, seldom dated twice, and I married her.
Oh, Sigma Delta. No,
Sigma
Tau.
Delta Tau.
Sigma Delta Tau. Yeah.
Seldom dated twice. The Jewish girls for sorority.
Oh, so that your girl,
Yeah.
your lady friend.
Yes.
Bob, let's go to the phone lines. Bob is joining us from Bob LaGrange. Hi, Bob.
Yeah. Good morning. And I always enjoy your show, Bruce. It's nice to hear your voice again. You used to make some goofy noise and then say, "Where did that come from?" Could you make that noise since this is the last show of 2017?
I think that's a Kevin Matthews bit. You confuse us. I think
Really?
you do.
No, you go, "Please," or something like that. Oh, where'd that come from?
I know that's not me.
Really? Oh, Bob. Sorry, Bob.
Bruce, Bruce,
We're all the same.
Hey,
I'm Sven Gulli. Remember, I was Sven Gulli.
Oh,
on
that's
TV.
right. Well, can you
Yeah.
make the noise? Just go.
Blah. I'm Sven Gulli.
Yeah, there you go. That'll help Bob. All right. Matt Lauer, number 1. Number 2, Meghan Markle. Number 3. Come on. Think of plants.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 4
So
has
it's
to
all
do with the Trump administration.
Steve Bannon.
No.
Sean Spicer.
Nope.
Melissa McCarthy.
Nope.
Melania.
Nope. He was in the cabinet. He had a cabinet position. and he resigned.
Mnuchin.
No, Mike Flynn.
Oh, Mike Flynn. Yeah. I
Next
forgot
one's
about him.
easy. If I give you one clue, it's going to be so easy.
Sure.
Actor, no longer working, was in a Netflix
Christopher
series.
Plummer.
Was in
He's the replacement for Kevin Spacey. Yes.
Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Number 6. I can't stand this person.
Mm-hmm.
Tall man, works at Fox.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bingo.
$32 million he paid. You know what the great contribution Bill O'Reilly made to TV opinion journalism?
Yeah.
He was like an appellate court judge. He would interrupt you. He
Oh,
just
yeah.
didn't let you filibuster.
Never.
And, which was a good thing because you don't want to hear somebody eat up all the time on TV. You want a guy to interrupt and make a point.
He is the worst person in the world to conduct an interview because it's never about the person he's interviewing. It's about himself. Ugh. Okay, rounding this out, Melania Trump 7, Kathy Griffin 8.
Oh my goodness! How did she? She's
But
a
because she had
D-lister.
a fake severed, bloodied head of the president, so that's
She's
why she was
8th?
Googled. She's the 8th most Googled person in 2017.
Because people didn't know who
Are you
she
ready for
was.
number 9? Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah, right.
I can believe that. But number 10, I've never heard of this person. I don't even know if this is a man or a woman. Gal Gadot? Who is Gal Gadot? Does anybody know who Gal Gadot is?
Mike knows.
Who's Mike? Turn on Mike's mic, please. Mike needs his mic on.
Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Oh.
Gal Gadot. Gal
Oh,
Gadot.
I'm sorry. Here's me, my mouth prospect. Gal Gadot. You know Gal Gadot. It's Gal Gadot. Uh-oh. Keith Conrad comes storming into the studio.
Wonder Woman is.
I'm outraged that Bruce didn't know who Gal Gadot is because she's from Israel, and that was quite a controversy when Wonder Woman came out.
That's right.
Because all Jews know what's going on.
Of course.
You're
Yeah.
anti-Semite.
No, she's a hot.
Unbelievable.
She's gorgeous. And it's Gal Gadot.
I
All right.
can't cover every controversy. I can't watch every Netflix series.
She's
that
a
was
part
a
of
pretty
your
big
tribe.
film, and she's in the Justice League. She was in at the end of the Batman versus Superman.
I can't. I actually watched Batman versus Superman on
Did you?
TV a few weeks ago.
I can't. I won't even watch it.
I can't take
That's
the Lord of the
blasphemy.
Rings. I can't take all
Shouldn't
the
have
pyrotechnics.
Batman fighting Superman.
It's the same thing over and over again. I'm old. It gives me a headache.
All right. Before we throw it into the newsroom, we want to thank our many business benefactors and all of those of you who donate to Food for the Poor. Because of your generosity, we reached our goal and blew it out of the water. Raised a lot of money. Some quick business benefactors. Do you have the list in front of you?
The Fantastic Four. That was when I was 12. That was the comic books.
Don't mix your universes. Don't mix
right.
DC and Marvel.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like mixing milk and meat. Right. Fathom Media, the law firm of Spiegel Cahill, Ulticlip, Joe Cotton Ford, Cafe Salsa in Countryside, Hyperbaric Centers of Chicago, Larry Friend, Books.com, TTI Medical Training, and KP Toffee.
That's great. Because this was no small task. We want to thank everyone for your efforts, really. And the giving should never stop, though. If you did not make a donation and you'd like to, just go to 560theanswer.com/food or call 844-862-HOPE. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, there were victims of a money scam and an alleged kidnapping. We have an update on the Kosick family. But first, let's go into the newsroom and say hello once again to Mike Scott.
Amy and Bruce, good morning. Good morning, everyone. And there will be no government shutdown as a short-term spending bill, or a CR, as it is called, heads to President Trump's desk. The measure was passed by the Senate and House yesterday. The president is expected to sign it. Leaked emails this morning are revealing disturbing conversations in the Miss America organization. The emails revealed discussions internally which ridiculed past winners' appearance, intelligence, and sex lives. The Huffington Post reporting that the CEO of the Miss America organization, Sam Haskell, was at the center of those inappropriate criticisms, and Dick Clark Productions has cut ties with the pageant. The UN General Assembly is rejecting America's recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. U.S. UN Ambassador Nikki Haley defended the Trump administration's decision on Jerusalem.
America will put our embassy in Jerusalem. That is what the American people want us to do. And it is the right thing to do. No vote in the United Nations will make any difference on that.
Ambassador Nikki Haley accusing the UN of not respecting Israel and saying the U.S. will remember the day. So you have an iPhone 5 or an iPhone 6 or 6S, and Apple now says it's true. That old iPhone is getting slower. Technology expert Neely Patel explains why the slowdown is impacting your phone.
Complicated apps like games, or if you edit a lot of photos, or you're deep in some hardcore work on the phone, they will see their performance limited because the processor can't run as fast because the battery can't supply as much power.
The company did confirm that older models are being slowed with age. The company also said it released a feature for iPhone 6s and 6Ss to help avoid the power blackouts. Managers at Chicago's busiest airports are hoping for a calmer day. Handful of workers at O'Hare restaurants, bars, and coffee shops did walk off the job yesterday. Federal judge says a class action lawsuit stemming from a Northern Illinois officer staging his suicide in 2015 to look like a homicide can continue. The village of Fox Lake asked Judge Ronald Guzman to dismiss that suit, but Guzman's ruling says the man offered facts sufficient to allege that Fox Lake was responsible. The ruling brought by 3 men who were arrested during that manhunt. Sports world mourning the loss of Hall of Famer Dick Enberg. Spoke earlier this year about his retirement from calling San Diego Padres games.
I couldn't have scripted the culmination of this privileged career any better.
Enberg passed away at age 82 at his home in La Jolla, California. A heart attack believed to be the cause. He worked for NBC, CBS, ESPN, 10 Super Bowls, 28 Wimbledons, 8 NCAA men's college basketball championship games. Chicago sports. Bulls' 7-game winning streak is over. They fell to the Cavaliers 115-112. Stars over the Blackhawks 4-0. The news service of Burlington. Make Burlington Store your one-stop holiday shop. Save on great gifts for everyone like watches, gift baskets, audio, sweaters, drones, the brands you love, up to 65% off other retailers' prices every day. Burlington, gifts for everyone. 7:35, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
While you prepare for your holiday feast, don't forget to get ready for cold and flu season with the Exergen Temporal Scanner, the #1 preferred thermometer by pediatricians.
Hey guys, Ken here from the hit podcast Today's Growth. Who would win a 3-mile bicycle race, an 11-year-old girl or last year's winner of the Tour de France? It all depends on the bicycle. It depends on their vehicle. Both on a 10-speed and the pro racer is going to win every time. But put the racer on a tricycle and the 11-year-old wins every time. You see, it's not the driver, it's the vehicle. When it comes to generating revenue, it's exactly the same. If you have a job or a small business, you are riding a tricycle. You can only go so fast. If you need to make up lost ground, it's not going to happen on a tricycle. No matter how fast you pedal, it's simply not going to win the race. Why do many people with no schooling and no advanced degree often become very wealthy? Simple. They choose to only ride 10 speeds. When it comes to helping people create their next revenue model, both Forbes and Inc. recommend Income Store as a can't miss when it comes to putting people on a 10-speed. Could your household or business use an additional revenue model that doesn't solely depend on you? If so, you need to check out IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
I'm Jerry Kerrigan, one of the owners of F.J. Kerrigan Plumbing Company, a third-generation family-run business. Our trusted longtime accountant referred us to Signature Bank, and we've never been happier. On one of our first meetings, Signature Bank CEO Mick O'Rourke said, "You worry about running the business, and we'll take care of everything else." Since that initial meeting, Signature Bank has lived up to every promise they've made. The decision-making is local, the staff is consistent, and the service is outstanding. F.J. Kerrigan Plumbing understands the value of long-term customer relationships, and we plan to be a customer of Signature Bank for a long time to come.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
737. Let's get an update on those roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here is Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. Eden's all clear right now, both directions, and the Kennedy is as well. At the moment, it's 20 minutes either way between O'Hare and downtown. In Van Eisenhower, sluggish Laramie to Western and Ashland to the Burn Circle. 34 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 5 at 29. Inbound Stevenson has delays, Central to Kedzie and Ashland to the Ryan. 41 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 5 at 34. Ryan's heavy at 35 minutes, 95th to downtown, clear outbound. I-57, Bishop Ford just fine, southbound Lakeshore Drive, little tight from past Belmont to Fullerton. There's a stall on the northbound side of Fullerton. Northbound Tri-States, though, Ogden to 31st and Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower. The other tollways are good. Traffic service of Rogers and Hollins Jewelers. Soldier Field, Navy Pier, and Rogers and Hollins Jewelers. They're all part of Chicago's rich heritage. Magic happens and memories are made. Start your own story this Christmas and forever make a memory. Gift of fine jewelry from Rogers and Hollins. Use promo code FOREVER for 10% off online. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte. AM 560, The Answer.
Jim, thank you. Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Some fog and spotty drizzle in the area, south of I-80 especially. High of 43, cloudy and 26 overnight. 37 officially at O'Hare. Your next news update is at 8. And Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next. With Bruce Wolf sitting in with us this morning on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by the Alpha Wealth Group, bringing the trilogy of estate, tax, and investment planning together. Visit alphawealthgroup.com for a free report.
Good Friday morning and welcome back to AM 560 The Answer. Amy Jacobson here, Bruce Wolf sitting in for the last 3 days for Dan Proft. We've had a lot of fun. Old friend.
I think I'm all sung out.
I'm sweating practicing. You're not going to want to miss this. 8:45. Listen in. It's our annual Christmas tradition, even though you're Jewish. But we've got something for everyone at 8:45 and our song, end of the year song. Okay,
it's ecumenical.
Yeah, it is ecumenical. I like that. Earlier, about a few weeks ago, Justin Kosick, our technical director, had a big family scare, and even talking about it gets me emotional because I can't imagine what your family went through, but just explain to us what happened to your sister and to your family real quick.
So about a month ago, I was at work and I get a call from my dad that says my sister's been kidnapped and I need to get home like right away. So come to find out, my sister gets a call at 7:45 in the morning from somebody claiming to be from the Kane County Sheriff's Office saying that she missed jury duty and that she needs to get down to the courthouse, bring bail money because she's in a lot of trouble because of it. So my sister, being newly 18, freaks out and she says, "Oh, okay." And she gets up and they say, you have to be on the phone with us so that we know you're not pulling anything. Okay.
So it was a scam, and I've heard of the jury scams before.
Oh, I didn't even know this was a scam.
Oh no, I've heard of people saying you need to wire money right now, or else you're going to go to jail. But this is a new twist to it.
So they had her stop and get bail money. I say that in quotes because she was never in trouble.
Right.
And they had her, go out and get money. Every cent in her bank account, they said, we can lower your bail. Just get me every cent you have and go get it on these money cards because we need them for a certain thing. And my sister, being newly 18, was, confused. So she
fell hook, line, and sinker.
Exactly. So while this is going on, she had to give an emergency contact who she put my mom. She told him all this personal information, stories. And so they give a call to my mom and say, we have your daughter. Don't hang up. She's kidnapped. If you don't get us money, we're going to rape and kill her.
Yeah, and if you don't give us a certain amount of money, we're going to cut off her finger and mail it to you. I mean, these guys were
unbelievable.
sick.
This is a combination. It's not enough for them to just take all the money from your sister.
But
then they've got to do this
So
kidnapping
while
scam.
we can't get
Or
a hold of
it's
my
real
sister,
kidnapping.
It's they call it a virtual kidnapping is what it's been called by the police. But while this is going on, while my sister's being scammed, my mom, and we can't reach my sister or my mom because they both can't hang up.
Because their lines are tied. But listen to this, Bruce. When they got the sister's phone number, they routed it somewhere through Kentucky. So on the mom's line, it looks like her daughter is calling her.
Oh.
It came from my sister's phone number.
Sick. I mean, can you imagine? I would just have been out of my mind. So long story short,
So at the end of the
made
day,
your mom clear out her bank account.
my mom had to clear out most of her savings. Yeah, she gave him about $5,000-$6,000. My sister gave him $500-$600. I mean, every cent of a college student's bank account. And my mom, who's saved all this money over these past couple of years, it's all gone.
wiped out.
All gone, just the scammers. And there's nothing. Basically, we've been told by the police there's nothing they can do.
And then they just release her and that's it. And I mean,
she was never kidnapped. So what happened, it all tied up in the end was they got all the money from my mom and they said, give us the name of another relative because we need more money. So they called my dad and they say, we need $5,000. So my dad goes to the bank to get the money because, of course, anybody would. And while he was at the bank, he ran into my sister who was there getting the last cent out of her bank account. And it was a huge what's going on moment.
Well, I'm just a little confused as to how it looks like a kidnapping, but your sister was never really in the custody
she
of
was
these
never.
people.
No.
Okay.
So that's why it's a virtual kidnapping.
But how does your mother wasn't able to get in touch with your sister?
No.
Both of their phones were tied up with the same.
They couldn't hang up.
They couldn't hang up.
All right.
And so my mom being terrified because she thinks something's going to happen to her daughter, and my sister being terrified because she thinks she's going to go to jail if she.
And your father runs into your sister
at the bank, and it's a huge
coincidence.
Because they were trying to get my sister to drive to Benton, Illinois. Come to find out later, they wanted her to go all the way down to Benton, Illinois, so that this could go on for hours.
Oh.
But my sister said, I don't know where that is. I can't get it on my phone because I'm on a phone call and 4G doesn't
They
work.
wanted to keep this going to suck more money out.
More money from more family members because I would have drained my bank account. My dad would have drained his.
Yeah.
So what do? They basically just wire the money to these people? Or?
You wired them through money cards. Money packs, I think they're called.
So there's no way of tracing them or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, I have the police. So who's leading the investigation?
Right now it's between Carroll Stream and the Elgin Police Department. To be quite frank, we haven't gotten much support from either of them. Mm-hmm. We have evidence that could lead to further investigation, and they don't seem interested.
Well, what about the FBI? I saw NBC. They had a story, and the FBI is actually involved.
The FBI, yes, they're aware of it. I don't know if they're actually helping us. I think we have somebody from the FBI that's on our case, but nobody's providing a lot of support to it.
Because this is an international thing, too, because people in Mexico.
In Mexico, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Joining us, though, on our Turnkey.pro answer line is Justin's mother, Tina. Good morning, Tina. How are you?
Good morning. I am doing good. How are you?
Good. So has this, have you had to seek counseling or anything from this? I mean, this is a traumatic experience for you and your daughter, and we were wondering, how you're handling all of this.
Yeah, I just may do that because there are times when I do think about it and think about all the what ifs, and it really takes a toll on me mentally. So.
And then the generosity of others. I mean, Justin set up a GoFundMe page, and
he certainly did, and I am forever grateful for him setting that up, and I am deeply appreciate all the donations that we receive from family members, friends. You there at the station were able to get us on the radio the day after, so that really put a lot of words out. I'm grateful that the word is getting out about the scam, and so that somebody else may not fall for it like I did. It's not something I'm embarrassed of because it was a call essentially from my daughter from two men saying they had her. I would have drained my my bank account if I had more money. I would have given them every cent I had for my child.
And how's your daughter doing? I mean, 18 years old, I'm sure she's learned a life lesson here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. She's not as rattled as I am because luckily, there was no threats, for, killing your parents to her.
Right.
I mean, I think it took more of a mental toll on me than it did her. So she is safe and sound.
And it's so weird because I know that there are sick people out there and demented, but this is a whole different level of evil, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. They definitely play on your fear. I mean, they know what they're doing, and hopefully eventually, more sooner than later, they'll get caught.
Yeah,
I'm sure I would fall for this.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
would.
horrible. What I'm just trying to understand is I'm very bad technically, following this thing. So you're not able to give her a call because her line is tied up. I thought phones could take like 2 calls at the same time.
Well, her caller ID showed that it was her daughter's phone, that these guys not only kidnapped the daughter, but kidnapped her phone. Like, we're on her cell phone.
So she had every reason to believe.
Right,
Why would
so
she
she
call her?
wouldn't
She's on
even
the same
try
line
it.
as her.
She
Right.
wouldn't even try
So,
it.
yes, Tina?
In addition, they also told me, the alleged kidnappers also told me that if I did, any sort of sound I made in my car while I was driving around, getting the money and getting the cards, any sort of sound, they followed that up with making, they had a woman there with them as well, and making her scream, making me, assume that it's my daughter that they're torturing because I'm doing something wrong. So I was afraid to, try to text someone, try to do anything else, because if I made a noise, they told me they were going to, like Amy said, cut off her finger and send it to me.
Oh, gosh.
Unbelievable.
All right. Well, do you still have your GoFundMe?
Yes, the GoFundMe's still up.
Thank you, Tina, for your time, by the way, and God bless you. Have a Merry Christmas. I'm sure you're going to have a better Christmas. Very appreciative Christmas.
The GoFundMe's still up. It's, to replace every little cent. I did this out of the kindness of my heart. My mom didn't set this up. My sister, to clear the air, because we got some negative feedback kind of on the whole GoFundMe thing. I set this up to give and we got no help from Chase. Nobody's helping us at all because it's just kind of big whatever. So I set up the GoFundMe out of the kindness of my heart to help my mom and sister get back on their feet and savings. You can go to GoFundMe.com/Kosek, Kosek, kidnapping money scam, and donate there. We've already gotten an amazing amount. I couldn't believe.
Thanks to Dan Proft. I mean, no, seriously.
no,
and I thought that was very, very generous of Dan. That was great.
And it may not seem like Dan Proft every day is the most kind and loving guy.
No,
but
Dan is a soft heart.
He does.
That's why he's got the hard exterior.
Right.
No, he
'Cause
really
if somebody gets in there.
No, Dan is all about helping
No,
people
he does
out.
help people. Yep.
I mean, that's what his whole point is, to help the impoverished and everybody, but the liberals don't do it. But that's getting political.
And hopefully
No,
someday
he's very good.
we'll get those people.
It's news, opinion, insight. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Will there be a white Christmas, Mr. Oh, do chit chat. People are asking for it.
Hey, chit chat here with the I want to tell you today. Areas of fog this morning with spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy, high of 40. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 26. Tomorrow, mañana, my main mañana, as we say. Cloudy in the morning, times of clouds, and sun in the afternoon, high of 34, low tomorrow night, 20. Sunday, cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries, high at 29, low Sunday night at 22. Monday, Christmas Day. A little Christmas, breezy and cold with intervals of clouds and sun, high at 29, low Monday night, 10. This is the bottom line on weather.
The replacement for Jerry Taft just got the chief meteorologist job at Channel 7. Take that,
Wow.
Jim Telemonte.
Chad, it's been way too long. Outstanding. We go live. Kennedy Expressway inbound. It's just a little heavy Chicago Avenue to Randolph. It's 23 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. Outbound find at 20, like most of the expressways. Lighter than normal. Eden's is clear. Eisenhower inbound. Couple of slow pockets starting around Laramie. Just 34 minutes, 390 to the loop. Outbound find at 29. Stevenson, 41 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound it's good. Ryan, 26 minutes, 95 to downtown. I-57, Bishop Ford are fine. Northbound Tri-State just a little tight. Ogden to 31st. Then from the Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower. Other tollways are good. Westbound 80-94, sluggish. Indianapolis Boulevard to Calumet Avenue. There's a little fog in the area, but right now flights are moving as scheduled at O'Hare and Midway and at most airports really throughout the country. Jim Talamonte, the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Safety. It's so important at your industrial facility. You need to keep your personnel safe and meet OSHA requirements. One problem with your ladders, platforms, or safety guards, and you could be facing costly fines. Vans Industrial helps you meet OSHA standards to keep your employees safe.
Hi, I'm Dave Van Camp, president of Vans Industrial. As a business owner, I realize the importance of keeping my employees safe, and I'm here to offer my expertise. Vans Industrial is a specialty contractor uniquely equipped to design, fabricate, and install safety equipment, including walkways, handrails, stairways, and machinery guards. Our Vans Industrial team can inspect existing systems, engineer solutions, fabricate quality goods, and install them with trained pros, all making a safer environment for your employees.
Call 833-VANS-IND for a free inspection of your facility. Interested in what else they do? Visit vansindustrial.com. That's VANS industrial.com. Quality craftsmanship since 1964.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. In 2018, the GOP's continued standing as the majority party will turn on the participation of culturally anxious voters, the people who appreciate the distinctions between liberty and libertinism, the people who understand the implications of erasing the lines between decency and indecency, the people who are respectful of the time, money, and lives of others, the people who recognize identity politics for the cultural poison that it is, the people who still talk of men and women without the cisgender modifier, the people whose lives are defined by the love of family and friends, not the popularity of a hashtag campaign, the people who will listen to rather than shout down an opposing viewpoint, the people who see things for what they are rather than redefine them through a distorted political lens, the people who believe in being their brother's keeper but don't believe they should be forced to be a sugar daddy. It won't be a single issue. It's not going to be a question of one accomplishment or one failure. It'll turn on whether or not Republicans let cultural Marxists run roughshod over people in their offices, their churches, and their kids' schools. The GOP's majority status will turn on its ability to serve as political Xanax to the culturally anxious.
Hey, Butch, all I ever see you eat is raw meat, whiskey, and an occasional bowl of rusty nails. Now, I know you're tough, but with your diet, what's your secret to avoiding the flu?
Jim, this is between us. You hear?
Sure, Butch, you can trust me.
Well, I take Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. I take them on the go or under the table when no one's looking. It's the only way I'd ever get over 10 real servings of fruits and vegetables.
Is it like a vitamin or something?
No, it's food. They only use real whole ingredients. Not that isolated or synthetic crap you get with all the other guys. This is real stuff, Jim. Real stuff. They sell direct to consumers and ship right to your door, free of charge.
Well, Buckaroo, how do I get them?
Call them at 1-800-2468-751. Write it down, Jim, before someone sees me. It's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WAGON for a special offer.
If you have pain, listen up. Dennis Prager here. You don't need to live in pain. Let me repeat that. You don't have to live in pain. Chronic pain is the worst, whether it's from an accident or pain that just develops. So, Chicagoland, you're in luck. Dr. Ken Candido is one of the nation's most respected and successful pain doctors. He's been voted one of Chicago's best pain doctors several times. Bottom line, he's the pain doctor you need. Dr. Candido of Chicago Anesthesia and Pain Specialists will help you get off pain medication and all of its side effects. How? By finding the source of your chronic pain and fixing it.
This is Ken Candido of Chicago Anesthesia Pain Specialists. Let's make you pain-free.
Call Dr. Ken Candido and make an appointment with a cutting-edge, respected, and successful pain physician. Go to mypainchicago.com. That's mypainchicago.com. Thousands have been helped with their chronic pain, and you can be the next one. Get the phone number and all the info you need at mypainchicago.com.
If you're thinking of getting engaged this holiday to that special someone, I have the perfect place for you to make sure you get the ring. Roland's Jewelers, downtown Libertyville. Roland's Jewelers is excited to offer AM 560 listeners up to $750 in savings on loose diamonds that are already at wholesale prices. Now, they're a direct diamond importer, which gives you huge savings on quality loose diamonds. Experience beautiful engagement rings. Designers like Hearts on Fire, Simon G., A. Jaffe, and Gabriel. Roland's expert jewelers can custom design that perfect ring you're going to cherish. I love this place. This holiday season, let Roland's Jewelers, downtown Libertyville, make your engagement experience truly memorable. Save up to $750. You can visit them online, rolandsjewelers.com, ROLANDSJEWELERS.com. ROLLANDS, RowlandsJewelers.com. Remember, when buying an engagement ring for that special someone, visit Roland's Jewelers, a family-owned jeweler you can trust.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, Joshi, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
AM 560, The Answer.
He knows when you are sleeping.
He knows when you're on the can.
He'll hunt you down and blast your ass from here to Pakistan.
Oh.
You better not breathe. You better not move.
You're better off dead, I'm telling you, dude.
Santa Claus is gunning you down.
Yay! Merry Xmas.
The holiday spirit.
Oh, and
You
people...
better watch out.
Oh, boy, here we go.
You better not cry. I hate Springsteen.
So do I.
Lefty. Yeah, shut him up.
Yeah.
This is our bah humbug Christmas. You know,
Well, we want to thank everybody for donating to Food for the Poor. We pair up with them every year for our annual campaign, and we not only are feeding 3,000 kids this Christmas season, we are feeding 3,400 kids in Haiti, Guatemala, in Puerto Rico, in the Caribbean islands that were decimated by the hurricane. So thank you so much. And thanks to our business benefactors who really hit it out of the ballpark this year. And when you hear their commercials on this air in the coming months, support them by buying their products. Who are some of the companies, Bruce?
Hayward HVAC, Chris Jacobs Century 21.
Can you sing it, please?
Why? A cappella?
Yeah.
Really? I need the AM 560 Symphony Orchestra with me to do this.
Oh,
Hayward HVAC, Chris Jacobs Century 21 affiliated, Latoria Brothers Construction, Dentistry for all ages, KP, Toffee, Joe Cotton Ford, and TTI Medical Training.
Woo! That was fantastic. And if we're still taking individual donations, go to 560theanswer.com/food. And Bruce, fantastic as always.
Thank you.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer with President Trump's tax plan here. A lot of people are prepaying their property taxes. How you can do it. Maria Pappas, the Cook County Treasurer, joins us next. First, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Why does she always sound like she's from New Jersey when she goes there? I'm just trying to figure that out. A missing teen has been found. We'll tell you an update on that story. And the airport restaurant workers strike, the walkout happening at O'Hare. WIND Chicago News Time.
Congress meets the deadline. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Funding the government, averting a shutdown by tonight.
These are the last votes expected in the House for the day, the week, the month, and the year.
The Senate then went along with the House approving short-term funding through January 19th. Senators, though, did not pass the other bill, $81 billion in disaster relief, so that and other issues were tabled to next month. President Trump will soon sign that funding bill and tax reform. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
Days after Congress passed a $1.5 trillion tax cut bill, the president taking to Twitter writing that the measure has, in his words, taken on an unexpected new source of love, with big companies and corporations showering their workers with bonuses. This is a phenomenon that nobody even thought of, and now it's the rage, he wrote. The president this morning expected to sign the legislation, and he's already focusing on the next items on his legislative to-do list for 2018, welfare reform, immigration, and infrastructure spending. Dave?
John, the president met with wounded warriors yesterday, giving one a Purple Heart at Walter Reed Military Medical Center. Vice President Pence went to Afghanistan to thank troops.
Under this president, we will never allow bureaucracy to stand in the way of victory.
He says there's real progress. Afghanistan's leader told him more senior Taliban leaders have been killed this year than the prior years of the war combined. The coroner in Las Vegas says all 58 people murdered in an October shooting spree from a hotel room to a concert crowd below were gunshot victims, meaning no one was trampled to death in the panic. Stephen Paddock fired 1,100 shots before killing himself. A Hall of Fame broadcaster has died. Dick Enberg, a legend for those of us who watch sports.
Oh, my! Oh, my!
And that was his signature line. Enberg covered Super Bowls, World Series, Olympics, a lot of sports over 60 years. He was 82. Enberg found dead in his California home. His family believes it was a heart attack. Fox News, fair and balanced.
38 degrees in Chicago. We have cloudy skies, fog, and a little light drizzle, especially south of I-80 this morning. 8:02 on AM 560. The Answer. Good morning. I'm Mike Scott. A well-known conductor, frequently seen guests leading the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, faces sexual assault allegations today. 3 opera singers and a musician have made the accusations against Charles Dutoit, who is the artistic director and principal conductor of London's Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Some of the incidents allegedly happened in Chicago dating back to the mid-1980s. Chicago Symphony Orchestra has announced that it is severing ties to all performances by the conductor in March and April of next year. Managers at Chicago's busiest airports are hoping for a calmer day. Workers at O'Hare's restaurants, bars, and coffee shops walked off the job yesterday, demanding higher wages from HMS Host. Chicago public school teacher is among the 50 arrested by Chicago police in recent days after a 10-month sting of online gun and drug sales. AM 560's David Stewart picks up the story from here.
The police department's organized crime chief Anthony Riccio says police infiltrated secret Facebook groups to make undercover buys of drugs and guns without the help of Facebook officials.
Once we infiltrated these secret groups, and you have to be invited into the secret group, we would see postings on there, and individuals who wanted to sell drugs would post a picture of the drugs. Individuals who were selling guns would post a picture of the gun.
Superintendent Eddie Johnson says Facebook bears responsibility to make sure its service isn't used for illegal purposes. Facebook says it's investigating the situation. David Stewart, NBC News Radio, Chicago.
Chicago sports found LeBron and the Cavaliers putting an end to the Bulls' 7-game winning streak, but just barely, 115-112. Lauri Markkanen led the Bulls with 25 in the loss. Stars over the Blackhawks 4-0 in Dallas. The News is a service of Burlington. And at 8:03, time for the AM 560 Business Beat. From the Fox Business Network and a service of Turnkey.pro, here's Carol Zimmer.
The Fox Business Network. Bitcoin is a volatile currency. The price of Bitcoin tumbling in Asia today, wiping out 1/4 of its market value in the past 24 hours alone, as a wave of selling hit the market just before the Christmas holiday weekend. Nike sales climbing in its most recent quarter. The sportswear maker wants to sell more directly to consumers instead of through struggling sporting goods chains. The man who is the Papa in Papa John's International is stepping down as CEO. Founder John Schnatter is the guy in the commercials. Papa John's is a major sponsor of the NFL. Schnatter recently criticized the way the league was handling the kneeling protests of players. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Carol Zimmer.
8:05 in Chicago. A check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Larry Elder prepares Republicans for what's to come.
Now, the reason that Al Franken was pressured into resigning is because they want to use the argument that Trump has had allegations against him. And their argument is going to be, we're cleaning up our house. We're getting rid of our miscreants. You're adding to yours. You've got Trump. You've got Roy Moore. We've got the high ground here. That's why Al Franken was thrown under the bus.
The Larry Elder Show. Weeknights at 7, right before Jay Sekulow at 9 on AM 560. The Answer.
All money managers may seem pretty much the same. But while some money managers may recommend high commission investment products, Fisher Investments avoids them. Some money managers may have hidden and layered fees. Fisher Investments never does. And while some money managers are happy to earn commissions from you, whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're structured to be on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come to us from other money managers. talk with us and find out why so many experienced investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
8:06 and a check of that morning commute. We do that in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center, and here is Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Michael. In terms of air travel, the day's off to a pretty good start. The flight boards at O'Hare show very few delays, despite a little fog in the area. Midway has almost no delays, and air traffic across most of the country is good, at least for now. Busy day at the airports. It's not so busy on the expressways. The Edens is all clear. Kennedy inbound, just a little sluggish, Chicago Avenue to Randolph. 23 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound fine at 20. Inbound Eisenhower at Harlem, there's a crash on the exit ramp, and slow pockets between Laramie and the Circle. 34 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound fine at 29. Inbound Stevenson, 41 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound fine at 34. Inbound Ryan, 26 minutes, 95 to downtown. I-57, Bishop Ford, Skyway, all good. We now have no tollway delays and no problems to report on I-80 or in Northwest Indiana. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Today, areas of morning fog with spotty drizzle. Otherwise, cloudy with a high 40. Tonight, cloudy with a low 26. Clouds, then some sun for tomorrow, high 34. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560. The Answer.
37 at O'Hare. Next news, 8:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560. The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Power Trading Radio. Sunday afternoons at 2. Brought to you each week by Online Trading Academy.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Oh, guess what? In less than an hour, the annual Christmas song will be sung here with Amy Jacobson and Bruce Wolf. I can't wait. Are you excited, Bruce?
Very much so.
Bruce Wolf sitting in for Dan Proft today, and this has been a really fun week.
Yes, it has.
It's been exciting, too. Lots of news. Of course, the big tax plan, the Trump tax plan, all the hubba. Of course, the Republicans are doing a victory lap. The Democrats say it's bad for middle class. Either way, it's a reality that we are faced with. And what a lot of people are doing are prepaying their property taxes because the tax bill puts a $10,000 cap on the combined deductions for property taxes and state and local taxes. So you know what that means? That means people like Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas, very busy. And she joins us now on our Turnkey.pro answer line. Good morning, Maria. How are you?
I'm great, Amy. I'm doing well, and we've been hit with the tsunami of financial data here. So would you like me to tell you what's happening?
Yes, tell us.
We'd like to know how you solved this problem, Maria. Go ahead.
Oh. So we started getting a rumble about 8 weeks ago, and the rumble's following. So traditionally, every year, go to the banquet in Cook County. Mm-hmm. The same 1,200 people start calling us in November, and they all say the same thing. We call them snowbirds. They say, I'm going to California, Arizona, and Florida. Mm-hmm. Can I tell me the 55%, the amount of my March tax bill, and I'm going to send a check in. So this is how it's been done traditionally for 20 years. It's all of them. All 1,200 send a total of $13 million in.
Okay.
About 8 or 9 weeks ago, people other than the 1,200 started calling. So we call that in my business the crack in the dam.
Okay.
That means, oh my God, something's happening here. So I assigned 20 people in the office to immediately start programming. So if you go to cookcountytreasure.com, there's a little box on the front of cookcountytreasure.com. You punch the arrow where it says prepay. You put in either your address, which is really easy now, or your PIN number. That's the 14-digit equivalent of a Social Security number attributed to your property, which is in the top left-hand side of your bill. But for practical purposes, just punch your address in.
All right.
Up comes your bill that you would have gotten in February to pay in March. So what we did was we programmed this computer sitting in front of you, no mail, no mailman, no cashier, no walking out of the house, and up flies your bill. So the computer will prompt you to either direct debit your account, or you can pay by credit card, or the computer says, hey, listen, you don't like either one of those options, download this bill, and you have three other possibilities. You can take the stub, because you now have, for the first time ever in Cook County, so this is the news, a downloadable tax bill with a scan line analogous to a boarding pass and getting on an airplane. So take it. You can walk to a Chase Bank. You can come to my office with it. Or if you want to waste the money on a stamp, you can mail it in, as long as it's postmarked before December 31st, midnight. But here's the news, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
So we went from 1,200 people and 13 million. Yesterday at 11:45, I hit 17,000 people
Ooh.
and 118 million.
Oh.
But what's more interesting beyond that is how those 17,000 paid. So, I mean, I think we were both around when people used to wind around the county building.
Oh, I
to pay
remember
their
those
taxes.
days. Oh,
Remember those days?
Yep. Interviewing people in line. Why did you wait so long? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, 10,000 people of the 17,000, actually almost 11,000 of the 17,000, did not leave their homes. They just simply direct debited their accounts. This is like unheard of. Only 1,500 of the entire 17,000 either mailed it or walked into my office. So, like, there's nobody in the office except a bunch of Christmas trees. Do you know what I mean?
So have you had to add staff members because of this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What I did was, this is how my industry is changing. We didn't have to add any staff members. What we did was we had to beef up our programmers.
Mm-hmm.
So the programmers that were programming something else were now programming this and got this done in like less than 6 weeks. But we called LA County. They don't have this yet.
Really?
So there are a lot of counties around the country that are saying, you know what, maybe we better get a scannable boarding pass tax bill up on the internet to make our lives easier. So this is like amazing technology, and people are really happy. We know that every time last year, which is also interesting, about 600,000 people come in because they have like mortgages, so their mortgage company pays online through their trusts. But last year, 200,000 people called the office, emailed the office, and said, please stop sending me mail. I don't want any more mail. So it's called like e-billing. So now these 200,000 people never come to the office, never see a cashier, never go to the bank. They just come in and pay online. That's like a major change in the industry.
Well, and then there's a lot of people in Cook County that live in huge, like millions of dollars worth of homes, and their property taxes are in the tens of thousands. If they take advantage of this program, they're going to save a ton of money. I mean,
a ton of money. So I can tell you that 135 people have paid between 30 and 40,000.
Wow.
31 people have paid between 40 and 50,000. 20 people have paid between 50 and 60,000. 9 people have paid between 70 and 80,000. And then the 179 East Lakeshore Drive building, it's a co-op building.
Yeah.
So the building manager paid us $719,000.
Wow. You'd think that the federal government would have figured out that people were going to do this and made it so that you couldn't circumvent.
Well, don't tell them. It's their secret. All right, but how can we be assured that this money is going to the right places?
Of course it is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't do anything about it.
So here's how we know it's going to the right place. I mean, this
Reassure
is like
me,
an interesting sort of factophilia. If you live in Cook County, you just think, oh, it's the city and it's the county and it's Winnetka or it's Palos, it's the suburb I live in. Not so. Cook County has more governments than any other county in the country.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2,200 governments in Cook County. I mean, that's like an astounding number. Why is it astounding? Because once this $118 million comes in, we have a legal requirement to distribute monies within 30 days. So that money now goes out to these 2,200 governments. About 16% of that stays with the county for the county hospital and the county expenses. That's the county's proportion of that money. So this is kind of like a windfall for these governments. So if the trend continues the way it has in the last few days, and this $118 million, my guess is, because we've just started pounding the airwaves on this.
Right.
I've done like 16 shows in the last 3 days. I mean, it's creating like 4,000 people are paying at night. So if the trend continues and the word gets out about this, like we hopefully think it will before the 31st of December, my guess is that the $118 million is going to be easily $200 million.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
And again, the deadline is what time exactly?
Yeah, December 31st, midnight, December 31st.
Okay, right.
And then the
before new
governments
year.
can spend all this money and think like it's going to all come in, keep coming in when it won't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, they're going to spend it whether they have it or don't have it.
And
You know
so,
what I mean? It gets spent. Right.
So basically, the upshot of this is that you can't even give any government jobs to anybody anymore because the computers have taken over. So
I had 258 people. Amy remembers when I had 258 people. I had 6 offices. My 5 satellites are closed.
Wow.
I have 1 office. I have 70 people, and I have 438,000 visitors a month to my, which is like unheard of. That 438,000 people would come to a website to get an answer. So, do we have a minute so I can tell you what's on the website?
Yeah. Is somebody calling on your other line? Hello?
she's very busy. People want to pay their taxes.
Maria? Hello? Was it something?
She had to take another call.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yes, you can tell quickly. Yeah. What is the name? CookCountyTreasure.com?
Yeah, it's CookCountyTreasure.com. So after the first of the year, I'm going to come back on and I'm going to tell you more about this site because it's a homeowner-friendly site. So you could go there, Amy. You could put in your address. So up comes a 3-year history. So what's the history? It says, you know what? Maria Pappas is over 65. She forgot to apply for her senior citizens exemption this year. She got it the 2 previous years. She forgot to get it this year. So, then this form pops up and says, hello, apply for your senior citizen exemption.
Okay.
You punch a form. You scan this form. You send it back to the office. We process your check. We send you your check. So that's one thing it does. The other thing it does is it will tell you your location of your property. But at closing, people request that the bill go someplace else, and somehow in that process of the bill going someplace else, it doesn't get to that person. So it gives you the opportunity to correct it if it's wrong. So right now we're working on a huge project in the office. We've had the tax sale is in May. The tax sale, which means that your taxes for that year get sold if you don't pay your taxes. We are working with the post office, the aldermen, the suburban mayors, anybody that we can find. We've had, of the 44,000 pieces that are going to sale, 21,000 of them are returned mail. People don't know that they owe the money.
Mm-hmm.
So this is huge. We can tell you with this new system, every piece of property where the mail came back and why it came back. Was it
all right?
And
again, the website.
Yeah. So maybe Amy, maybe in January
we'll have you back
after
on.
We get through
Yep.
this tsunami wave of people like running in and,
paying their taxes
to pay online. I mean, I think that would be a good,
Are you going to be on call during Christmas?
Address fixed.
Maria, are you going to be on call during Christmas? I mean,
she's got to be.
You know what? I'm telling you. I mean, I was supposed to leave yesterday at 4:00, and that's over. I'm here.
I don't think you leave. I don't think you pull up a Atlantic and go down to Florida during a snowstorm.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
okay.
go.
I don't
go
see
there. I
any
can't
snow.
go to Greece. I can't go anywhere.
All right. I'm sorry. You got to do your job. I'm sorry.
Well, you're wonderful, and thank you so much. For again, the website is cookcountytreasures.com. And Maria Pappas, have a wonderful Christmas,
Merry
and thanks for all that you do. You're the best.
Okay. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, blessings. And she joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
The more you listen, the more you'll know. This is Chicago's Morning Answer. Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
See, when Dan's gone, I could get Democrats on. Because Dan would not have allowed her to have been on.
At least
this
I tried to
program.
put in a little Republican kind of joking around.
Well, I'm just
with
saying,
her.
this is real. This is not. This doesn't have to do with party affiliation. This is how we can save Democrats and Republicans money if they prepay their taxes for next year. Because
Just
this is
go
reality.
online. Do it.
Do it. Will you pay my taxes this year?
It's
a Christmas
I
gift?
need to borrow a little bit. Okay, can I borrow from you to pay your taxes? Today, areas of fog this morning with spotty drizzle, otherwise cloudy, high of 40. Tonight, cloudy, low of 26. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, times of clouds and sun in the afternoon, high of 34. Low tomorrow night, 20. Sunday, cloudy and cold with a couple of flurries, high of 29. Low Sunday night, 22. Monday, Christmas, breezy and cold with intervals of clouds and sun, high of 29. Low Monday night of 10. I'm Jerry Taft. Now let's go to Roz Barron right now in the sky. Hi, Roz.
Good morning, Bruce. Good morning. Good morning, Amy. 53 northbound on the exit to eastbound Euclid. We've got a crash and a pull down ramp. You can't get through on that ramp. Roadway's partially blocked. 8094 eastbound at Kennedy Avenue. The car hit a ladder. The car's off on the right shoulder where the ladder is. Watch out for that. Traffic's relatively light. Edens, all clear. Kennedy inbound. On a 4-minute delay, Armitage to Randolph. Outbound, it's fine. Inbound Eisenhower, slow Ogden to the circle. That's now just a 2-minute delay. The outbound Ike is good. Stevenson, 41 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound, it's fine. Ryan is 25 minutes, 95th to downtown. Tollway's all good. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Tracking Center.
Business owners, it's likely you're working on your business plan for 2018, budgeting for different departments, or considering where to grow your revenue. It's going to be a busy new year. Have you included your IT infrastructure, network security, and your IT help desk and support? You know, IT can be one of those things that's out of sight and out of mind until there's a problem and everything comes to a screeching halt. Your IT systems are the backbone of your business and what makes everything run smoothly. And Turnkey IT is the company that makes sure your business doesn't miss a beat. Make 2018 the year to improve your network hardware, get into the cloud, and most importantly, get prompt, courteous, local customer support for your systems. Ready for a new and better year for your business? Start with a visit from your friendly, neighborhood trusted IT advisors at Turnkey IT, so you can concentrate on your business and not the technical stuff. Is your IT ready for 2018? Visit turnkey.pro today. Turnkey.pro.
Hey, Butch, all I ever see you eat is raw meat, whiskey, and an occasional bowl of rusty nails. Now, I know you're tough, but with your diet, what's your secret to avoiding the flu?
Jim, this is between us. You hear?
Sure, Butch, you can trust me.
Well, I take Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. I take them on the go or under the table when no one's looking. It's the only way I'd ever get over 10 real servings of fruits and vegetables.
Is it like a vitamin or something?
No, it's food. They only use real whole ingredients. Not that isolated or synthetic crap you get with all the other guys. This is real stuff, Jim. Real stuff. They sell direct to consumers and ship right to your door, free of charge.
Well, Buckaroo, how do I get them?
Call them at 1-800-2468-751. Write it down, Jim, before someone sees me. It's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WAGON for a special offer.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
I'm Amanda Zanger, owner of Black Industrial and Safety Supply in Hammond, Indiana, and a business customer of Signature Bank.
Prior to owning my own business, I worked for a major financial institution. So when it came time to finance the acquisition of Black, I approached a big bank, only to receive a solid no. That's when Signature Bank stepped in. With Signature Bank, the process was different. Signature provided creative financing options that enabled me to purchase Black and continue to grow the business. Thanks to Signature Bank, Black Industrial is able to continue serving Fortune 500 industry fabricators and contractors with tools and safety supplies as we have since 1893.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, so many things to do to get ready for Christmas and New Year's. Wouldn't it be great to take a break? Make reservations for your family or your company's Christmas party at one of the Chicago Prime family-owned restaurants. There's Chicago Prime Steakhouse and Chicago Prime Italian in Schaumburg, 5 o'clock Steakhouse in Milwaukee, and introducing the new Avante Banquets and Conference Center in Fox River Grove. Don't wait. Now is the time to book your Christmas, lunch, and dinner events. The Chicago Prime Restaurants and Avante Banquets can throw an amazing celebration for 10 to 600 guests. Plus, now through the end of the year, buy a $100 gift card and receive a $25 bonus card. Real quality food, organic produce, and only the finest ingredients made from scratch, along with an award-winning wine list, all at a reasonable price. The Chicago Prime family of restaurants, ready to make your Christmas season special. Visit Chicago Prime and Avante Banquets on the web and make your reservations today.
AM 560, The Answer.
Oh, yeah. Bruce Wolf, you did such an amazing job last hour reading all the business benefactors.
Sure.
Now I want you to do it to Hard Rock. Go.
Architects into counter Innovative Control Inc. Ulti-Clip Dentistry for all ages. Joe Cotton for LarryFriendBooks.com. I'm actually getting a little soul on Hard Rock there.
Oh, yeah.
The Neuroscience Center. Hyperbaric Centers of Chicago. Oh, yeah. Bring it to me, baby.
Chicagoland Mold Docs, Twin Supplies, Elgin Recycling, Hayward, HVAC. I think I blew out the speakers right there.
I think you pulled a hammy.
Fathom Media.
Woo! Wow. And I have a hangnail. No, those are business benefactors. And when you hear their commercials on this program next year, in the next few months, then hey, do us a favor and buy their products as a way of saying thank you to them for their generosity. Our goal was to feed 3,000 kids. Blew it out of the water. We're feeding 3,400. I can sing too. Children in need in Haiti, Guatemala, and Puerto Rico, of course, Caribbean islands, U.S. territories that were ravaged and decimated by hurricanes. So thank you so much for your generosity. And although, we reached our goal, the need is always still going to be there. So if you want to make a donation, if you're late to the party, you want to help out, go to 560theanswer.com/food. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, he's one of our very own, Chad Wickert, and his 16-year-old son has autism, and he's made these videos on YouTube that have gone viral. We'll speak with Chad Wickert. He joins us in studio when we come back. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Amy and Bruce, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thousands of people this morning in Texas are going through a major holiday hassle. One of the busiest travel days of the year, fire has forced an evacuation this morning at Dallas's Love Field Airport. Started around 4:30 as the airport was already packed with people trying to get out of town and start the holiday break. Again, this fire's at Dallas's Love Field. Doesn't look to be a terribly serious fire, but it is impacting the entire field this morning. Just moments ago, Australian authorities said the man accused of driving an SUV into a crowd of pedestrians in Melbourne blames the mistreatment of Muslims for his activities. Police are calling now the incident a deliberate act and have arrested the driver of an Australian citizen of Afghan descent with a history of mental illness in that case. A well-known conductor frequently seen guests leading the Chicago Symphony Orchestra now faces sexual assault allegations. 3 opera singers and a musician have made the accusations against Charles Dutoit, who is the artistic director and principal conductor of London's Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Some of the incidents happened here in Chicago, according to the allegations, as far back as the mid-1980s. 2 are dead, the result of gun violence in Chicago. Police say one man was found shot to death in the Lawndale neighborhood, while late last night, another man was killed after being shot and then his vehicle crashing into a tree in the Inglewood neighborhood. A missing teenage girl has been found dead in East Chicago. 15-year-old Alicia Caceres, reported missing earlier this week, was pronounced dead at her home on West 151st Street. Illinois will likely lose one seat in Congress after the 2020 census. There are new fears, however, the state could lose two. The latest census figures show Illinois lost 33,000 people since July of last year, dropping Illinois to be the sixth largest state in population. The sports world is mourning the loss of Hall of Famer Dick Enberg. He spoke earlier this year about his retirement from calling Padres games.
I couldn't have scripted the culmination of this privileged career any better.
Family members say he passed away at age 82 at his home in La Jolla, California. A heart attack is suspected, not confirmed. Enberg worked for NBC, CBS, ESPN, 10 Super Bowls, 28 Wimbledons, 8 NCAA men's college basketball championship games. Bulls' 7-game win streak comes to an end with a 115-112 victory. Lauri Markkanen had 25 in the loss. Stars blanked the Blackhawks in Dallas 4-0. College hoops last night. Notre Dame beat Southeast Louisiana. DePaul took down Miami of Ohio out of the MAC. Also in the MAC, our Northern Illinois Huskies were winners over UIC 69-63. Western Illinois, no match for the Butler Bulldogs, 107-46. The news, a service of Burlington. Make your Burlington store your coat headquarters. Save on great looks for your family. Anora, anoraks, puffers, systems jackets, sweaters, scarves, hats, gloves, up to 65% off. Other retailers' prices every day. Burlington, style for everyone. 8:33, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
And finally, here's a way you can save time. Use Spot Hero anytime you park downtown. First-time users can enter promo code CITY for $10 off. Spot Hero. Park smarter.
Roof is needy?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof is leaky?
Call Crumweedy.
Shingles are curly?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof isn't right after it's stormy?
Call Crumweedy.
Here comes winter. This is Mark Olson.
And Greg Olson of Crumweedy.
A third-generation family business.
We're conservative just like you.
We've been doing Chicagoland roofs since 1953.
Really good roofs.
The difference is installation.
Hey, we know that. That's why we follow the manufacturer specifications, so your warranty is totally intact.
A lot of companies don't do that, and that could void your warranty.
Hate the high pressure?
Not from us.
We give you multiple options. Then you choose.
A roof that lasts at a fair price.
We fix roof problems.
When your roof is needy,
call Crumweedy.
We say call. How about the number?
630-595-8020. 630-595-8020.
myroofisneedy.com. Hey, do it now.
Crumweedy. We fix roof problems.
The war on depression is over.
You win.
Depression, with all the drugs and side effects, the endless counseling, the frustration with life and relationships.
The war is over. You win.
In a few short weeks, your life will change.
It's TMS therapy.
Over 1 million people have been treated, and the results are nothing short of outstanding. It's FDA cleared. It's covered by most insurance, including Blue Cross Blue Shield and Medicare.
Most drugs and other treatments just mask the depression.
TMS treats the cause, so you can win the war with your depression. Remission or cure.
Depression gone.
Get a free consultation at one of the HPR centers in Chicagoland and Wisconsin. Ask questions.
For you or someone you love, safe, revolutionary, effective treatment for depression.
Let depression recovery begin. HPR centers.
800-604-0208. 800-604-0208.
Go to endmydepression.com.
8:35. Let's get that update on the roads. Very important now in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim. We'll get back to Jim in just a moment. Chicago's Morning Answer. Proceeding to your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Areas of fog this morning. Spotty drizzle, otherwise clouds. High near 43. Cloudy and 26 overnight. Cloudy tomorrow in the morning, and then sun and clouds in the afternoon. We'll top out at 35. 20 tomorrow, and Sunday, flurries in 30. In the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center, here's Jim.
Well, thankfully, Mike, we don't have many delays on the road like we seem to with our studio here right now. But 394 southbound, have a vehicle fire just reported at Joe Orr Road. There's a crash on Winfield Road, north of High Lake, right near the hospital. Edens is clear. The Kennedy inbound, sluggish Armitage to Randolph. It's 24 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. Outbound fine at 20. Inbound Eisenhower, got a 2-minute delay. Ashland to the Circle, outbound clear. Down Stevenson slow around Pulaski. It's 37 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 34. The ride is 25 minutes, 95th to downtown. Outbound fine at 15. Tollways are all good. Northbound 53 on the exit to eastbound Euclid. There's a crash with a pull down, but traffic can get through. Northwest Indiana is good. Metro has the early getaway schedule today. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte, AM 560, The Answer.
Jim, thank you. Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Fog, drizzle, and otherwise cloudy, 43. Currently 37. Your next news update is at 9. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next. Bruce Wolf sitting in for Dan today right here on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Turnkey IT, giving you the freedom to focus on your business while they handle the technical stuff. Turnkey IT.
Listen to podcasts of Joe Walsh and Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on the AM 560 mobile app. Download it today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
Hey, someone had asked about your Chit Chat character. That's a combination of Chet Kopic and...
All right, first of all, you violated 2 rules here.
What?
First of all, you
Excuse
said
me?
it's my Chit Chat character.
Oh.
Nobody's
Oh, I'm
supposed to know
sorry.
that. It's like Superman and Clark Kent.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, well,
but
just
for
tell me
you,
about
Amy,
Chit
yeah,
Chat.
it's my character, and I will tell
Well-
you who it's based on, even though I'm not supposed to say that. It's Chuck Swirsky and Chet Kopic with a little bit of Edith Hamilton Greek mythology thrown in. That's all.
Well, you're going to do the weather and Chit Chat again because we're going to need that.
Your wish is my command.
About a month ago, we brought to everyone's attention this video that had gone viral, and we took a look at it and we're like, wait, we know the person who's in the video and who made the video, and it's Chad Wickert and his then 16-year-old son who's now 18, and basically they put together a compilation of YouTube videos just to show what it's like to have a conversation with his son who's autistic, and his son's name is Chase.
4 times 4
is 16.
Good job. 5 times 5
25.
Good job. Oh my God. Can you do 6 times 6
This 6 times 6 is 30. 30.
You're close. 30.
30. 30. 37.
Not close. 36.
36. 30.
And there's other, and it went on. It's really cute.
I spell through.
THREW.
That's one way to spell it. Spell Anastasio.
ANASTASIO.
Good job.
You're a fish fan, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's where it comes.
That's
from.
where it comes
yeah.
from.
So I
Yeah.
mean, it's the greatest thrill in the world. I mean, it touches
that
me
was wonderful.
because I've got my oldest son, who has met Trey Anastasio.
No way. Oh,
he
wow.
lives in New York, and he was on the subway with him for like 15 minutes, and he was real cool about
Oh,
the whole
exciting.
thing. And he got to talk to him, and they, you guys, you go to fish concerts,
Rabid
like,
fans.
like
Rabid
5 in a row and camp out and all.
Oh,
that.
for
So when
sure.
your son spells Anastasio,
that's
the
big deal.
biggest thrill in your life, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it recently came up on a Facebook page, and somebody was saying, is he saying that in reference to Trey Anastasio, the leader of Fish? And I said, yes. And they're all freaking out because why would you have your son spell
Sure.
that name? I said, there was no
'Cause you're-
prep for this video. Chase was being very engaged that morning, and I said, let's throw out Anastasio.
So
And he
Chad
nailed
Wickert,
it.
yeah,
Nailed it.
he's joining us in studio. You just heard his voice with his son Chase. How did this all evolve? How did you start? You decided, you know what? I want to record this, and I want to show people what it's like to have a child with autism.
At that point, I had already been making YouTube videos for about 6-7 years, and I love making videos. I've been making them since I was a young child, and I thought my son was just incredible in terms of the way he was developing through therapy. You know, he was nonverbal the first 7 years of his life, and so suddenly, when I made that video a couple of years ago, it was a morning where he was being very engaged because what did he want? He wanted to go to Anthony's house. And I said, he's trying to manipulate me here. I'm going to hit
all
record.
kids do this, so that's good. Yeah.
Because he's typically not this engaged and this verbal. And as it went on, I just kept going at it. And I said, I'll see how continue. Because he usually won't sit there on the couch with me. He usually wander off and want to do his own thing. But he wants to go to Anthony's house because he had played Nerf guns at Anthony's house like a year prior. And then it became just quizzing him on numbers and spelling words to see what he would do. And when I hit the end of that recording, I mean, I was practically in tears because I had never documented him being that engaged. But it all came about me wanting to put something on YouTube that showed the life of a teenager with autism because there was a huge void on YouTube for that. And I would have loved to had that when Chase was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, which were the really difficult, really hard, nonverbal years. I didn't have access to that.
And when we say this went viral, I mean, that video that we just played, 800, almost 1 million views. 1 million.
Yeah, 1 million views, and then it got picked up by some agencies that put it on Facebook, and I partnered with one of them that made it upwards of 60 million views on YouTube.
60 million on
Facebook, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, through a partnership. And
so we can actually say you've gone viral.
Yeah.
And now you've made other videos. I
Facebook.
watched the one where you two went to the zoo, and then where you two went to the mall. And when he realized he had his new bedroom because you had moved and he saw his new bedroom for the first time.
Yeah.
Are you working on any other
I'm constantly documenting some activities with him. You know, the series is called This is Autism. There's 30 series on YouTube. You can search Kimock7 on YouTube, K-I-M-O-C-K, the number 7, autism, and you'll
K-M-O?
see K-I-M-O-C-K, the number 7 on YouTube. And there's 30 episodes that I've produced over the last basically 2 years. And it's just him and I doing activities. You know, showing the public the bright side of autism, that these children can develop speech, and they are social. They're extremely bright, and they're capable of many, many things, and they're very happy as well. Chase is a very, very happy teenage boy. You could go out there and find a lot of neurotypical teenage boys who are miserable.
And you're so patient with him and so good with him, and I admire you because I've watched most of these videos, and that's one thing. I mean, I've always really adored you as a friend, but you're a great father.
Thank you.
I mean, how did you become so patient? What's the key? Because
Were
I
you
need a
always
little of
way?
that.
Yeah, me too. Because my kids,
He's
I'm
got
not patient
grandkids
with them at all.
And he's got how many grandkids?
Okay.
I'm sure you're
6,
patient with your grandkids.
No, well, the grandkids, you let it run over you. You don't care.
I answer this question a lot. I do a lot of live YouTube super chats with a lot of other parents and stuff, and the question comes up a lot. And I usually answer it like this, that I was raised next to a boy that had brain damage, and I grew up with him. And it was very close to our family because it was part of a car accident that touched our family very closely. And I grew up with that experience. And then I had a best friend who was diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic. And this was all before Chase was diagnosed. And so that's kind of prepared me for living with people that have intellectual disabilities. And then there I am in 2001 sitting in front of several different neuropsychologists and pediatric neurologists telling me that my son has autism. And me embracing it, and his mother and I embracing it, and realizing that we have to throw ourselves into this world, that there's no time to waste. There's no time to there's a short window of opportunity there between like age 2 and 7 where the brain is there could be an ability there to develop some verbal functional language. I really didn't have any time to sit around and be, not be patient. I had to jump into this world and be as proactive as possible. Chris Rock, there's like a famous quote from him where he's making fun of people that say, I take care of my son. Well, it's your son. You're supposed to. So I've always taken that attitude that, he's my son. I never have another son. I have one other child that's a 19-year-old daughter who's I'm very high-functioning, normal, neurotypical person. But Chase is my only boy that I'll ever have, so I'm going to embrace him with all the love and all the support and encouragement. And the other thing I say in the live blogs, too, is I treat him the way I wanted to be treated when I was young. I always wanted an affectionate father and somebody that was going to be there with me. Chase doesn't live with me full time, so the time that he is with me, his mother and I are divorced and both remarried a long time ago. The time he is with me, I'm going to make the most of it.
Right.
And I make these videos as educational purposes of autism awareness on YouTube and around the world. So in any given day, I have dozens of people contact me around the world thanking me to show them a bright side of autism, that there could be hope for many parents out there that have recently faced the diagnosis that are devastated.
Yeah. One episode for me that was kind of hard to watch is when you went to the Lego store and it was too much for him. And then he went into an arts and crafts store. Was it Hobby Lobby? Hobby Lobby, which I always call Holly Hobby for some reason. But it's not, that's life. I mean, that's what it's like. If there's too many sounds and noises and too many distractions, right? Am I getting this right?
I mean, he gets oversensitized, so he doesn't have the ability to filter out everything that would be going on in the studio. It would be difficult for him to have a one-on-one conversation with you because there's so much more input, sensory overload for the person with autism. So when he went into that Lego store and that video's on YouTube, he's just oversensitized. And I don't force him into places like that.
No, I know.
I'll say, let's get out of the house, let's check out some different things.
But your
and I just
attitude,
see how it flows.
it's your attitude, because I know, with kids, various different kids, you get a diagnosis, and, with me, it's to tell mom, when she starts to cry to see the diagnosis, everything's going to be okay, and I'm going to take care of it right away, instead of just letting her, have the sadness, whatever, and then doing what you can. I mean, I could use some lessons from you. So thanks.
And then you brought to the studio this great, I don't know if people can see it on our webcam, but this awesome picture that Chase drew. Tell us about this.
Well, I brought that in for you and Bruce as an example of something that he just did a few weeks ago, where he will pause his computer screen and he'll grab some crayons and pencils, and he does these very rapid, detailed drawings.
That's Woody from Toy Story, right?
Correct. It's Woody from Toy Story. So that's a pause scene. So he can take a cartoon pause scene and
sinister character. Yeah.
Those are the mutants. Some people with autism have artistic savant abilities. I don't necessarily know if he has savant abilities, but he certainly is leaning that direction. That would be his number one skill that he has at 18 years old. He can draw anything.
That's great. Now, is he still in school or what's?
Yeah, he graduates high school,
this coming year?
Next year.
And then what's going to happen? What do you know?
It's the great unknown, it's
I
the
know.
great unknown. He will continue in a public school system and start to get some state aid. He'll be well taken care of. He has nothing but tremendous love and support from his mother, his stepfather, me, both sets of grandparents. We're all still alive. And his mother's a second grade teacher and very active. And there was a lot of special needs education around him at an early age from my mother and his mother.
That's great.
Coincidentally.
So again, when we want to see these YouTubes, or go on Facebook.
Yeah, go on YouTube and search Kimock7, K-I-M-O-C-K, the number 7, and then search autism. So Kimock7 Autism. There's 30 episodes that I've produced on there that are just tremendous.
Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing your story. And please tell Chase thank you for the picture and Merry Christmas.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas. Happy
Thank you.
Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
Before you see it on TV, share it on Facebook, or read about it in the paper. Hear it here first. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Americans have the right and advantage of being armed, unlike the citizens of other countries whose governments are afraid to trust the people with arms. James Madison, Federalist Papers. Our founders recognized that the common individual needs to be trusted, but with trust, there must be common sense and personal responsibility. This is especially true of handguns. If you've been thinking of making a purchase, visit the Range at 355. The Range at 355 is so much more than a state-of-the-art shooting range. It is a fully stocked showroom carrying a variety of firearms with brands like Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, HKs, and Glock. The Range at 355 offers Illinois concealed carry license training and a full curriculum of classes designed to teach you what you need to know to be a responsible gun owner and concealed carrier. Their professional team will train you like a pro. Founded by patriots like you, providing professional guidance and courteous instruction. Trust your skills to the pros at the Range at 355. For range hours and class info, visit range355.com. Range355.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
My blood pressure significantly is so low now compared to what it was. I think I'm doing great with it.
That's one thing I like about Balance of Nature. Y'all listen, you talk and communicate, and not just give us your order. We're done. Bye. it to me, it makes more, I want to say, kind of a family-oriented business that, we're out here for you, and we're part of your extended family trying to fill you in rather than just take your money.
I feel great. A lot of the aches and pains I have the arthritis in my hand seems to have dissipated most of the time, and I feel wonderful.
Have the confidence that you're giving your body what it needs. Call now to receive 35% off your first Balance of Nature order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code CHICAGO.
Highland Park Ford Lincoln's in the house. Here's Alan Marty.
We're back on the radio and getting bigger than ever.
We're the #1 Lincoln dealer in town.
And Chicagoland's first ever Ford Lincoln Superstore, too.
Folks like our great deals, for sure.
Just yesterday, I got attacked by the paparazzi.
Really?
But I think the groupies are the worst.
Groupies?
All the Highland Park groupies we have.
Sure. Right, Al.
The Highland Park Ford Lincoln Superstore. Call 1-800-984-9000 or go to alanmarty.com.
Well, I have groupies.
A rich fantasy life is important.
This is Alan Marty. Deal with us.
The 2017 football season isn't over yet.
Backside of the end zone.
It's the Quick Lane Bowl.
And the touchdown, Northern Illinois.
It's the Huskies versus the Blue Devils.
Over the shoulder catch, and he's got the touchdown.
Tune in December 26th on the Husky Sports Network.
Tuesday, December 26th. Starting at 4, your NIU Huskies take on the Duke Blue Devils in the Quick Lane Bowl. Right here on AM 560, The Answer.
You're busy running around shopping for holiday presents. Just make sure you save the best present for yourself. A brand new Ford car, truck, or SUV from Joe Cotton Ford in Carroll Stream. 'Tis the season to celebrate the Ford year-end clearance and stuff your stocking with the best savings of the year. No more waiting. Now is the time to get to Joe Cotton Ford with 250 brand new vehicles that have to be off the lot before the end of the year to make room for the 2018 models. You won't find a better deal or selection. And remember, Joe Cotton is a different kind of car dealer, where family-owned and operated really means something. They're not a big dealer group just cranking out customers to hit a sales quota. You'll get the white glove treatment without all the hype and pressure. Maybe that's why generations of Ford buyers and their families keep coming back to Joe Cotton Ford. Get to Joe Cotton Ford today and drive home your new Ford car, truck, or SUV for the holidays. Gary and North Avenue in Carroll Stream, or at joecottonford.com. That's joecottonford.com.
Squirrely is a hard-working squirrel that enjoys life to the fullest, eager to take on new challenges and experiences alongside Starlet, his soulmate, and the love of his life. Read Squirrely the Squirrel and Starlet and see the world through the eyes of a newborn squirrel. You'll delight in the antics of Squirrely, Starlet, and their little family. A heartwarming adventure that teaches family values. Beautifully illustrated, a great story time read. Squirrely the Squirrel and Starlet from Larry Friend. Available now at litfirepublishing.com. You will fall in love with Icy the Iceberg, the new, highly original children's book from Larry Friend. Follow Icy on his incredible journey, beginning his life as a sparkling snowflake and emerging as a beautiful blue floating iceberg. Icy the Iceberg is a joy for parents and kids alike. Experience together the fun creatures Icy encounters along his journey from snowflake to iceberg and back to snowflake. Kids will learn the complexities of the water cycle in a way they'll really enjoy. Icy the Iceberg, available now at litfirepublishing.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
All right, I'm not, as nervous as last time. You know, remember when we sang our Christmas
Sure.
duet last year?
Yep.
Shall we?
Yep.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has
Been hoping that you drop in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your hurry?
My father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to that fireplace roar.
So really, I better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't hurry.
Well, maybe just a half a drink more.
I'll put some records on while I pour.
The neighbors might think.
But baby, it's bad out there.
Hey, what's in that drink?
No cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew how.
Your eyes are like starlight
to
now.
break the spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell.
I ought to say no, no, no.
answer.
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my pride?
I really can't stay.
Baby, don't hold out. Baby, it's cold outside.
And then you slip me the roofie. I remember that. Yeah.
Just like an organ.
In my mind, I sound like Michael Bublé, but when I hear that, there's not even an accent aigu over the final
Well,
E.
that is very hard to top. By the way, you saved that song because I was very pitchy. But we have come up with a little ditty. Wait, I haven't had any water. Can I have some water?
Well, you're such a diva.
I know, I am. Why are there green M&Ms in here? All right.
Ready?
You start. Wait, hold on. I'm not ready.
This is a cappella.
Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Hey! Hot dog, just like an organ.
Thank you. We can have some applause now. Thank you. I like the dreidel. Dreidel.
We didn't do anything for Kwanzaa.
Well, we should be working on that. Next year, when you're here for the entire week, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we could have a better production. But we just didn't have the time this year. All right, so we have closing minutes for our last show of 2017. It's been a great year. Thank all our business benefactors, everybody who donated food for the poor, but most importantly, thanking you for listening to us. And we could not do this show without all of our listeners. People call in. I can't even, the regulars, but then we're always open to newcomers. Call the show. Thanks so much to Justin Kosick, our technical director. Thanks for having his mom on the show. This was Family Friday, didn't you know? Because my sister was in here too.
Yes.
Got to meet my sister, Chrissy. Thanks to Keith Conrad, our executive producer, and to Quinn McCarthy, new member of the Morning Zoo crew. He's the associate producer. And Bruce, what are you thankful for in 2018? In 2017, I should say. Because last year we ended the show with you were thankful for, the Cubs won the World Series. Still couldn't believe President Trump was president. Now that is sunk in. So,
but I think you're right. I think I should be clairvoyant and be thankful for what is going to happen in 2018. I'm going to get a nice tan.
Yeah.
I'm going to break 80 several times playing golf.
Yeah.
And other than that, keep collecting the unemployment checks. So
things are looking up.
Yes, it is.
Well, thanks so much. I love you to death, and thank you so much for coming
having
in.
me.
You're the best. And to everybody, happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas,
and Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2018. Now let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Thursday shootings claimed 2 lives. A missing teen found dead at home. A priest being investigated in Ohio reportedly jumps to his death in Chicago. A suit filed in Chicago against Apple for slowing down smartphones. Illinois losing even more jobs. Cavaliers end the Bulls' winning streak while the Stars blank the Blackhawks. WIND Chicago News Time is 9 o'clock.